Hello and welcome once again to the Lifestream Lockdown and Dunreen campaign. I am your DM Hesper, and tonight we're joined by. Where's my list? There we go. I guess we'll go in this order. Bubba,
I am Bubba, and I play Dunsen with this trusty sidekick, Squeakers, the 14th.
and Cados,
Hello, I play Raine, the half-elf bard, Hexblade.
and Feugy,
Hey, it's me. I play Remy, the Barbarian.
and Aster,
Hi, I'm Aster. I play the human monk warlock rogue, Ryan.
and back back into the land of the living here, Lani.
Hi, it's me, Lani. I play Roux.
And I think Khaleesi's here, maybe listening, or maybe she's actually here. Not sure which way.
Here, but no
No
mic.
mic. Oh, that's right. That's right. You don't have a microphone. Ooh. I guess when we get closer to the time of the next campaign, hopefully have that mic. Anywho, right. So on to last time. Last time, you guys, after having your conversation and running the gauntlet of death by the stonecutter and essentially gaining your credentials to the third floor of the establishment, you guys were standing there, wary and wanting a meal and a place to bed for the night. As you go to talk to the bartender, Neneth Talk, she tells you that at the time that dinner, they're not currently cooking, and she can scrape you guys something together, but that's about all she can do. Though with some kind of aggressive persuasion, that's not quite intimidating. Begrudgingly and kind of annoyed by you guys requesting this, she does give in and actually have to go cook you guys a meal instead, taking longer. After which, you guys then bedded down for the night, having a decent night's sleep. Waking up about, it was about 9 o'clock. Everybody started to rouse from their sleep. With Raine having the weirdest of wake up calls. Half awake, deciding she's going to go back to sleep, and realizing that there's something odd and scaly in her bed. She freaks out and finds that Zedu, the leader of the Kobold clan, somehow managed to get into her and Roux's room without either one of them noticing. And after being, was in bed with her. After questioning, Zedu informed that he came in to inform them that the tunnel was done. Stayed there for a while, watching her, and eventually, looked too comfortable. So he decided that, I'm going to, take a nap here. We need Zedu fan art. Anywho, after that, you guys deciding, well, I guess we better go check on the tunnel. Decide to leave your rooms, meet up in the central parlor, which Zedu, not very stealthily this time, manages to get noticed, and one of the other patrons gets annoyed and boots his tiny kobold ass off the railing, as you guys watch him basically Wile E. Coyote off the edge of this balcony.
He
Don't
did
worry, Lani,
stop
he's
in
fine.
midair and point at Bubba and went, "You."
Yeah,
before he fell.
I mean, I I wasn't taunting him or anything. So
You were
but-
totally antagonizing him. Anyways, after eating your breakfast, you guys decided to head on down and check out the tunnel where you noticed Zedu, a strange kobold, different from the others, who you eventually found out later is Schnirby, and some other kobolds, along with a weird contraption and three very angry couple of humans and a dwarf. After a little bit of parlaying and paying them off, after learning that Zedu's clan essentially stole tools and such to create this monstrosity, this crazy contraption. Snerbe. Pretty close, Aster. Kind of.
It's
it's the
canon.
magic. It's the magical Walgreens version.
Yeah, it's canon now.
I mean, yeah. Anyways, whoops.
Roll to get distracted.
Yeah, basically. I'm sorry. I just see you guys typing and such, and yeah, sorry. Anyways, as you guys go through, eventually, after a little bit of after some, after a little bit of negotiating, and possibly threatening Zedu, but him managing to avoid a punch thrown by Dunsen and is very, very much hating Dunsen at the moment. You guys eventually do convince Zedu to at least walk you guys to the other end of the tunnel, as you guys have to crawl through the tunnel, since what they dug tunnel wise is kobold size rather than regular person size. Uh, and after which, you guys reaching the other side realize that the tunnel that he dug for you guys, which must have been previously collapsed, was a tunnel that leads out into the main part of the mines. After which, you guys, realizing that you guys still have the magic damper and collars on, decide, well, probably not the best idea to continue this. As you guys then proceed to turn back around and remembering that there was something that caught your interest, you guys headed back over to the establishment once again. As you guys made your way inside, there was a different Goliath bouncer who you guys did manage to convince to get a name out of, and learning his name was Duskslayer. You guys managed to make your way back up to the third floor and managed to locate three tabaxis and something that's feline-like, but you guys didn't, but not quite. Not a lot bulkier than a tabaxi.
I thought he was
Uh,
just a really ripped tabaxi. Are you saying he's like an orc tabaxi or something? Like some kind
he's
of half tabaxi, half something else?
not a half breed, just a race that you're not very familiar with, and you didn't ask what he was.
Oh.
Uh,
Because it sounded
yeah.
like he was just a really ripped tabaxi.
No.
Okay.
Finding that the three tabaxis, all female and actually all sisters, introducing themselves as Ruby Eye, Two Swallows, and Hushed Ink. And the other cat-like creature they introduced is Snapping Bones. And they've also told you guys who happened to who was mute, and that's just what they call him. They don't even know his real name. You guys talked to them for a little bit. Found out that they knew some information about knives. And conspired together to you guys perform a task for them, and they might have some some like journals and stuff that they'd be willing for you to to allow you to look through and stuff that used to be property of knives. And your deal that you guys wound up was essentially cooking the books and writing up some, some false information to essentially allow for the three, and the three sisters and the other cat-like creature to um receive some illegitimate funding. As you guys bid farewell, gaining three outfits of guard uniforms a from Tippelschlo, another city. You guys, with Remy miraculously remembering that he's actually been there before, devised a plan to use the guard uniforms. Meet the next day to get a carriage or a wagon of some sort from the from the uh, from your feline compatriots, and basically find a way to manage to get yourself back into the one part of Dunreen that you guys have not been able to actually access. As we pick up from there, as you guys are now done conversing and up there on that third floor of the establishment here in the Black Market District. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's see here. Since I wasn't able to do that last time, let's see here. Yeah, go ahead, and I need Constitution modifiers from Lani and Cados.
A save or just a straight roll?
No, your modifier. What's
He
your
just
plus
wants a
and minus?
number.
Oh, +0.
+0. Okay.
My con is a 1.
1. Okay. Yeah. After all the excitement and such that you guys have been through today, and such, you two, after calming down a little bit and realizing, that you guys actually feel a little bit under the weather. Raine, you're going to lose 2 maximum hit points.
Oh, okay.
And Roux, you're gonna lose 3 maximum hit points.
Rona! Shit. Oh, we're on our way to get infected blood.
I
We're
think
good
I'm
enough.
already infected.
Yeah.
I think you die once you hit 0. Obviously. That's how it works.
Yeah, you guys, walking around and such, notice an occasional light cough or something like that that comes from you. Nothing too major, but you guys kind of feel like, ooh, this might not be good. All right.
You two were both in the same room together. Maybe you caught it from Zedu.
Maybe.
Well, you all had the roll, so no idea
Yeah,
where
but
it
they were
came
the
from.
ones who caught it.
You didn't use protection.
No damage, no damage.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to do up here on the third floor of the establishment?
So I think the current plan, if I remember correctly, was to have our guard uniforms, well, have one tailored for Remy with our tailor kid friend, who I told myself a week ago I was going to go back and watch the video to remember his name, and I did not do that.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh, okay, good.
You don't remember his name. All you remember is that he's a halfling.
Perfect.
Yeah. As you sit there scratching the side of your head, realizing, oh yeah, that's right. My hair's still fucking singed.
Mm-hmm.
I smell like burnt hair.
I've been through a lot in the 3 days since I last saw him.
I don't remember how long it's been, and neither do you, so.
Fair.
Yeah, you know there's a tailor somewhere in town, and you talk to him, and that's about all you remember.
So are we heading straight up there, or do we have anything else, any other business here?
I don't think we have any other business here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think we should just head over there.
Okay.
We do
Alright.
that.
Alright, as you make your way through the establishment here, nothing out of the ordinary. You guys eventually find your way back to the start. The entrance to this building. Seems like the usual. The two goblinoids guarding that one tunnel that you're assuming leads outside of Dunreen, and as the black market seems to start picking back up into hustling and bustling of either people looking like that they're trying to find their way out of this possible hellhole, or still trying to make a buck. One thing, let's see here. What are passive perceptions, by the way?
Mine is 18.
17.
That is Cados.
20.
15.
Oh, wait, your passive perception's 20, Lani?
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's wisdom, right?
No, baby. Oh, yeah, it's your. Well, it's underneath your skills. There's a title that says passive.
Mine's
Oh.
17.
15, not 20.
Yeah, it's not your wisdom score, Lani.
I thought it was.
No.
It's 17.
Okay. Yeah, it's not too hard for you guys to notice. Kind of a little bit out of the distance and such. You notice a couple of kobolds, pushing the contraption that you guys saw earlier, with the one that you guys recognize as Schnurby up on top of on standing on top of this contraption, seeming to be somewhat like giving you know talking. Not, you guys aren't really close enough to really hear what they might be saying to them, but possibly that this kobold is overseeing that their invention doesn't get damaged on the way back to wherever they're going.
They should have worn the ring.
Anything that you guys want to do while you're here, or just keep going?
Raine, you can talk to them. Are you curious?
Sure. Let's see. What are they doing?
Well, like I
Yeah.
said, there's probably like 5 of them behind pushing this contraption, and like I said, the one Schnurby kind of standing on top. This weird, like, haphazard put together contraption drill thing or whatever.
I guess I'll approach them and be like, comrades, what are you gonna do with that?
Schnurby, not being quite as used to being hollered at and stuff, turns around, kind of a little startled, looks at you, finally realizes who you are after a while, and it's like, because I'm assuming you're speaking in Draconic.
Yes.
Okay. Turns to you and goes, yes, taking uh, taking my invention back to uh, back to Nest, back to Clan.
Oh, okay.
Aren't they supposed to give their crap back to others? Because it's supposed to smell like give it back, right?
No.
No, Raine paid him off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then they kind of bickered a little bit there about possibly they could have gotten more of a reward, but now,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And Ryan over here sowed the seeds of mutiny.
Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, anybody who's close by Raine and listening into this conversation or trying to join in on this conversation or whatever. Whoever's interested, you can probably go ahead and roll an insight check.
Got the hot hands tonight, Hesper.
All right. Yeah, Ryan. Can't really tell anything. Just seems like a normal kobold to you. Dunsen, on the other hand, granted you can't understand the language, but they don't sound happy about something. You kind of get the feeling that they're unhappy about something.
Okay, I'm gonna relay that to Raine. Say, hey, just to let it know that's like apparently they're upset about something from this answer.
Well, it's not like what they were recently talking about being unhappy. They just seem
No,
unhappy.
That's what I'm letting her know. I'm not. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, so can't tell if it's recent or not. So I'm just letting her know that they're unhappy
Okay.
about something.
When I think of cute little kobolds, I don't think of creatures that are very good at hiding their emotions.
You would be surprised that about how, depending on certain things, about how good they are about hiding certain things. But anyways,
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna let Raine know that they're quite upset about something. Seems they're upset about something. So I'm gonna tell her because that's all I can tell.
I just kind of nod my head and kind of whisper back, be like, things didn't go the way they wanted, but it is what it is. I think I'm trying to think of the word.
Do we know that's what they're upset about?
Well, I'm making assumptions based on them wanting more shinies and they didn't get it because the leader, Zedu, stole stuff, and so he got in trouble.
Okay.
So.
well, no, Zedu.
They stole stuff.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
the ones.
the Kobold clan stole stuff because
You kind of saved them.
Schneerby was basically like, I have an idea, I can build this. And then after essentially after you paying for it and stuff like that, they kind of Schneerby and Zedu had a bit of a squabble between each other. Zedu was complaining like, if we would have done it normally, we might have gotten paid more, and Schneerby's like, well, if we didn't do this invention, we wouldn't have gotten it done in as much time, and there was just basically this. Seems like I said, according to Dunsen, they're still upset about something. Up to you if you want to pry more into it or what.
Sure. I have this feeling of DM is hinting at something, so I better do it.
Well, no, I'm just asking you if you want to. If you want to ignore him, ignore him. Keep walking by.
Do you guys want me to prod one?
I think you.
My DM senses are. I think
Yeah,
what?
my DM senses are
well.
definitely I want the extra fun story with the cute characters and stuff, but I feel like I'm trapped in the character of Ryan, who only cares about his family and ignores everything else that doesn't, relate to that.
Okay, I'll pry a little further.
Okay, what do you tell him? Is there, seem to be trying to get the kobolds back on track of pushing the device back to the wherever the clan lives.
Do you guys need any help?
No help. Yeah, can't let outsiders know where clan is. No, clan must stay safe.
Plan, you say?
Yes, clan. And to just look kind of like that's a weird statement from you. What do you want? What's going on?
I'm gonna smile at him and be like, I always look out for other clans, and I wouldn't mind helping you. I mean, you guys could use all the help you can get.
Roll me a persuasion check. Yeah, they seem to be sitting there pondering it over for a while, shake their head a little bit, and they go, no, 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 can't, uh, you know, uh, clan must, clan needs to stay safe. The safest is without, uh, less others know, more clans safe.
Okay.
You know, uh, I'm trying to remember here, and just kind of nodding their head and just kind of looking to the side, kind of like seem to be begrudging when, and eventually follows up with that what Zedu say.
That's what Zedu says.
Yeah, they say that what Zedu say, but yeah, it says kind of not the best you know communicational skills, should I say, outside their own little clan.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not gonna push it. I mean, if a 20 didn't help with that, I don't know what else to say. I'm just gonna carry on then and let my party know that they have some sort of plan, but I had trouble figuring out what it was, and I think we should focus on our plan at the moment.
Yeah, we don't really have the time for a detour.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like I said, just giving you guys options if you wanted to continue the talk or not. Unless anybody else had anything else to input into that, I guess we'll keep going.
I
Yeah.
can't understand them, so I can't help.
Well, if you talk in the Raine and stuff like that in common and stuff, you might be able to have her translate, or that they speak common. They just seem to reciprocate better to Raine's speaking in Draconic.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I just say I want you to ask one thing. Why do you seem so distressed?
They
You're
won't
at
tell
it.
me.
Well, no. So you're saying, as Dunsen, you're asking,
I
why
just
do
wouldn't. You all seem pretty distressed. Why?
you
I'll translate if you want me to. I can.
Because
okay.
they aren't talking about they obviously don't need help, but they seem distressed. So, yeah, I just want to know. You all seem distressed. What seems to be the problem? Do you all need help with something? An issue?
Okay. With your previous 20 and such, I will say that since you're translating this, I take it, Raine.
Mm-hmm.
They this Schnervy kind of opens up and a little bit to you and goes, Zedu never like inventions. Zedu always get mad when I make inventions, but inventions make clan better. Inventions make clan progress. Inventions make clan strong. Inventions make others see clan equal. But no, Zedu, inventions get us in trouble. You know,
I just had an
not
idea.
not happy.
I kind of.
She seems to be, this kobold seems to be very venting to you now about this, about kind of like this whole entire idea that they feel unappreciated, even for their contributing to the clan and stuff. And the other kobolds are just kind of like listening and such, looking at her and stuff, and are at them, and uh, you know, Sherry just kind of turns around, and you just kind of like hear in like hype, kind of like in a high pitch, like kind of like yells, like, "Go take invention back the clan! Me talk, go take it back!" Very kind of on edge now.
Hey Raine, what was all that about? That was kind of a lot of screeching.
They feel very unappreciated by their clan.
Well, by the clan leader.
By the clan leader.
I have an idea.
Oh,
We're heading up to that area anyway. Why don't we leave them up on Fizzlespark's doorstep? He likes inventions.
Here, have a kobold.
Yeah, let me suggest that to them, and in Draconic, or translate what my brother suggested. And that we would tell the the one who is receiving this item, that this great clan, what's this kobold's name?
Schnurby.
Sherby invented it. And all will know he invented this.
He'll finally be appreciated.
I love how you're just referring to this as a he, even though you haven't really questioned what
They.
gender they are.
They will.
I said they, but I was referring to the whole group. I'm assuming it's not just Schnurby who's building inventions.
You don't know. You guys haven't really questioned
Yeah.
the clan structure or anything like that. This is the only one that you know of.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are their reaction to that?
So you're asking. So, what exactly was your question again?
I would guess that she, I would say we know a guy who has a bunch of crazy inventions, and maybe it'd be worthwhile if you met him. He's on the surface.
Okay. So basically, you guys are translating, or having Raine translate.
Yeah.
We know a guy. He does inventions, but he's up on the surface. Okay, so Schnurby just kind of looked, the clan's like kind of pushing the device away. They're getting further and further away, and they kind of seem to look back and forth, and then kind of get closer to you and go, we can leave.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, we've started a civil war.
No, is he saying we need a clarification? Can he leave clan, or can he leave this underground place?
Okay, so you're you're basically asking, when you say that, do you mean your clan or do you mean this place?
Yeah.
They kind of look at you, look both ways, and go, both.
Well,
Yes.
Hey, you're supposed to be like all about order and no chaos, buddy.
I think Bubba's chaotic good, honestly, to tell you the truth. He's not lawful.
This whole situation's a pretty big bend for Ryan too. Like Ryan only cares about his brothers and sisters and children, like orphan children.
My character is just interested in this whole ordeal because he does not like no damage. He felt he was swindled and a liar, and if he can separate.
Oh, so you're doing this just to get at no damage.
Yes.
It's all coming together.
Okay, well then if that's the case, then we tell them if they pledge themselves to me and my siblings, then we will vouch for them and have them join us to the surface.
Roll me a persuasion check and roll it at advantage.
Ooh.
Okay. They kind of seem to look back and forth a little bit. Look at your sword. It looks very weird to them, and they go, "What that?"
That's my sword.
It looked, it looked dragon.
It does. It has a dragon soul in it. It's bound to me.
You dragon lady?
Yeah.
And as soon as they do that, they kind of look both ways. Kind of seem to be like making sure that there aren't like maybe possibly other kobolds around and stuff like that. They seem to get down on both knees and kind of like bow to you and go like, dragon lady, me serve, me serve.
Imagine how many of those you're going to wake up in your bed.
Now! I'll make them just guard the room outside. Okay.
Oh,
then
no.
how many are pledging to us then?
So far, just Schnurby. You really haven't asked anything else.
Okay. I think we can deal with just taking one.
Yeah.
I don't want to take too many and cause too much of issues, especially if they somehow die or something. I'll feel bad for them.
I have a
But
dumb idea.
What?
Schnurby seems to think that maybe he'll have trouble getting out of here to the surface. So we have to pass by that really cool goblin again. What if we have Remy, since he's short, have Schnurby sit like on his shoulders, and then two kids in a trench coat it.
Sure, I could try that.
It'd be some really big thunder thighs and really tiny top body.
Never skips leg day.
Sure, I can try that.
It's like Popeye, except with like an ass and legs. You know how Popeye has those insanely large forearms?
Hey, those aren't muscles; those are tumors.
Oh, and that, by the
I
way,
can't believe Hesper's just gonna call me out like that. Hesper, I have feelings.
Sorry. Oh shit. Anyways, so are you conveying to Schnurby to like kind of keep this quiet? Like, don't tell like the rest of your clan and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
But he is a chosen one.
Okay. Seems to be very thrilled by that, by the way. Schnurby tells you, wait a minute, go get tools.
Okay.
And as soon as you say okay, it seems to skitter off. Takes a while, probably about a good like 15-20 minutes before they seem to be skittering back, big old giant to a kobold bag just clanging around as you look. There's like wrenches and screwdrivers and shit sticking out of the backpack everywhere. I mean,
okay.
It is a whole bunch of tools. They seem to be kind of darting around, making sure that they don't see any of the other kobolds, and looking around until they finally get to you and just like clunk clunk. I get tools. And he's just kind of like out of breath. You're like,
good job.
You're like, damn, this kobold has a lot of shit.
But he's able to carry it on his own, right?
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be a lot, but possibly that they're carrying it on their own. Like I said, they're kind of out of breath from kind of darting around and hiding and clanking around carrying this giant bag full of tools.
Okay.
Which, kind of looking at it, probably aren't in the best condition. Some of them are kind of like wrapped up, some of them are a little bent.
Something. Let's look, Ryan. You and I. Let's look into our little disguise kit. What can we do to change them up a bit so they don't look like from that clan? Is there any? I turn around to. I need to write his name down. What is his name or their name?
Schnurby.
Schnurby. Snerbe.
Snerbe.
Yeah, and like I said, they look like a kobold, except they seem to be wearing something rather than like some of the others which you've seen like loincloth. They seem to be wearing something more akin to like pants and an apron and a wrap around their chest.
Ooh.
Okay, so possibly feminine. Well, can we give them? What do we have in our disguise kit? Maybe like a shirt that we can give them to wear.
Well, I will tell you, Schnurby is probably, Schnurby is a little they are 2 foot 3 inches, so they might be able to, if you really wanted to fit in a backpack.
Oh, okay.
Remy.
Well, so we need someone. Well, because ours in his backpack already.
Yeah, we don't want to fuck that.
One.
You want to carry?
I want to carry one.
Okay, so we need it, but then we need to put their bag inside of one of our bags too.
Or you could just act like it's a bunch of shit that you got and just carry it out.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Who wants
Just
to carry the bag? And who
just
wants
depends
to
on what you
carry the
guys wanna-
kobold?
Just depends on what you guys want to do.
I can carry something.
Okay, so you can carry Schnurby's bag. Schnurby, you've been chosen to be carried by our sister Roux.
You know, just kind of you say
You
our
said the
sister-
magic words.
Yeah, you said our sister, our sister Roux, and they're just like looking around, like they don't seem to know who is who.
Oh, I'm gonna point to Roux.
You know,
I'm gonna open up my pack.
Like a kangaroo satchel. Get in.
they look very confused. You know, on the whole "hey, get in my backpack" thing, and they're like, "Wait, what?"
Get in the
That's-
bag.
That'll be the best way for transportation.
It's like you're free now. Jump in the sack.
Get
We're
in the
definitely
bag.
not gonna kidnap you.
If Dragon Lady say so, you know, and she seems to, or they seem to kind of be trying to rummage their way through your bag, trying to find a place that's comfortable. Your bag weighs about a good extra 20 pounds now.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
As they seem to be kind of pushing around stuff, they kind of seem to get to the point, considering you're carrying a whole bunch of
in
extra
here.
clothes. They kind of seem to make some kind of nest or something like that with all your extra clothes. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe your clothes will smell like kobold.
That's fine.
As they eventually make it into the pack, and kind of peeking out a little bit over the the very top. Not quite fitting in as smoothly as you guys were hoping, but you're hoping maybe if we throw over the top, the top without locking it or whatever, maybe it'll pass.
Okay. All right. We got ourselves
Sheep
kobold
backpack train.
acquired. Trash child acquired. Okay. Let us start heading over to the surface.
Hesper, I have a question. Did you think that
Uh-huh.
this was going to be the end point of this conversation?
If it was, it was. If it wasn't, it wasn't. It was just kind of a, before you guys left, it's just kind of like, well, this tension kind of happened. Do you guys want to resolve it or something? So,
Yeah.
so
Well, we
anyways,
are doing that.
hopefully taking Schnurby to a better life.
He's my child now.
You want to follow us to the
think
light
it's a
at the end of the
girl.
tunnel? You want to follow us to the light at the end of the tunnel?
Yes.
Yeah, no idea how old this kobold is or anything like that. And generally, for most part, you guys aren't too overly familiar with kobolds. I mean, if you wanted to roll an intelligence check to get some information about them, you can. But
Yeah, who's Lani, what's your intelligence at?
Not great.
Who's got the highest intelligence?
Me.
I got a 1, so it ain't me.
I got a 0.
I'm what?
I have a
I have
negative
2.
1.
I have a 2.
I have
Wait.
2 too.
We are a dumb party.
Oops.
Oh, so I didn't mean to do double,
Yeah.
but that 7's not going to help anyone.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna take the left number. Yeah, Raine, don't seem to recall anything. Roux, I mean, you kind of know that you really, the only thing that you can really kind of think about is, damn, I really haven't seen any old kobolds. The few times that I've seen them, they all kind of seem kind of younger.
I think Brian thinks of kobolds the same way that he does raccoons. Like, they're just raccoons that can talk.
Yeah.
Trash pandas. All right. Anywho, all right. So I guess you guys are gonna try making your way to the entrance.
Yep.
Okay. You guys telling Schnurby anything before you get to the entrance, or you guys are just hoping that everything goes good, or what?
Tell him to shut up.
Yeah, should probably tell her to be quiet.
Okay. So, Schnubble, we're gonna be passing through this area in a little bit, so I am requesting that you be quiet for the next 20 minutes.
They bowed to you. You better demand it.
I order
Um,
you to be quiet.
You know,
Be as quiet as you can be.
they look at you and they go, Schnurby, you're real good at being quiet. Yes.
Okay, Schnurby.
This ought to be good.
And they seem kind of like excited by this prospect of whatever's going on.
Aww.
Like if kobolds could sit there and wag tails, they'd be probably wagging their tail. But
Somehow I feel this is going to go very badly.
Yeah, I'm not. This is not gonna go well.
as you guys make your way up the stairs, conveying your message of "Shh, be quiet, don't say anything."
I just thought of a potential pain point.
Mm-hmm.
The goblins seem to be able to detect whether or not we could use magic. There might be an issue where Schnurby can use magic.
But you don't know if they worry about checking for magic on the way out.
On the way out, yeah.
They might not care.
Yeah, fair.
Find out.
All right. As you guys start making your way up the stairs there, eventually making your way to the door, which is closed, by the way. You guys going to try opening it, or are you going to try knocking on it?
Let's try knocking.
Okay. Anybody in particular, or
Ryan, you want to do the honors?
I give it the old rap-a-tap-tap, Hesper.
right? As you knock on the door, the top of the door, like the little eye slit slides open, looks around a little bit, just kind of looks and gives a quick nod, shuts and open. You hear a couple latches on the door, not as many as like the front door as you guys came in before, and eventually you hear as the door opens. Looking inside, the one who opens the door is a different orc than you saw before.
Mm-hmm.
As they open the door, and not one but two goblins
Oh,
in the room seem to be conversing with each other.
shift change.
Yeah. So one of them, as you're walking up, anybody speak Goblin?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Pretty sure I do as well.
Okay. Well, whoever speaks Goblin, you can, since
Yep, I do.
Remy. Okay.
Oh, good.
So both of our dwarves basically understand this conversation going on between these two. The one with one arm's like, yes, I see you made it, Zort. And the one that they seem to be referring to as Zort has both arms, has an eye patch on. They're both wearing like really tattered, like, they probably think it's fancy looking like vests, but yeah. The one that he referred to as Zort, like I said, it's missing one eye. His left eye. And on his right hand, he seems to be missing his middle finger. And Zort's like, yeah, I just got up. Anyways, Sorts, you heading out? And Zort, he's like, yeah, I'm heading out, Zort. And been a long day. Had a couple of people. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? I see you're back. Anyways, and when he goes, oh, hey guys, I noticed that you're back and stuff like that. That's when he switches over the common, and he's like, my brother here, Zort, will take care of you. I'm heading off I'm heading off for now. And as he kind of seems to walk along, you notice he climbs a small little ladder, climbs in through a hole, lifts up the ladder, pulls it in, and closes the hatch. So you're assuming that these two goblin brothers, who probably kind of run kind of this front part seem to run in and out of this probably this hatch or whatever and have some kind of living quarters nearby. As Zort now is there and he's like, all right. Need you guys to come forward, need to make sure that you guys aren't bringing back anything you're not supposed to be bringing back. And yeah, I guess we need to get those collars off you if that's the case. So first things first, I need to check some things, and I guess I'll go with you first. There, you know the little guy without a collar. Guess you don't have any magic, but got kind of an odd looking back there, and I need to take a look in there.
Wait, ain't this a black market area?
Yeah, but it's a black market area, but also at the same time, you need to make sure that you guys aren't doing something stupid that's going to, if you get caught, that might lead back to where they're at.
Well, would that mean that they're not opposed to being bribed to just let us go?
You don't know. You haven't tried.
Well, I just got here some tools I bought.
Somebody gained 1,000 gold pieces betting on his brother.
Yeah, maybe he should reward this goblin for a job well done of trying to be a very what's the word I'm thinking of? Thorough, and just give him a little reward so he can just be on his way.
I ain't the one to be offering a bribe, but I will pay a bribe.
Ryan, you want to do the honors of
Okay,
Silver-tonguing?
I have to think of what to say.
Okay.
Why are my headphones beeping so much? Can one of you talk?
Hello?
Roux.
Okay,
Hello?
hi. How about we say, this here was all you found in the bag, and I show him, we'll say 200 gold.
200 gold. Okay. You're not really lying, so roll me a persuasion check.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Now he kind of seems to be eyeing you very suspiciously. It's like, right, well, that's an interesting prospect there, but
And you've done such a good job inspecting us so far. I just want to give you a little tip, and I'll add 100 more.
well, as kind as you seem to be, sometimes when you piss off the stonecutter, you go missing. And last time I checked, I really don't want to go missing.
You go missing by accepting a bribe?
Well, if you get found out about it.
Who said we're gonna tell anyone? It's been a
Who
long
said-
day. You're the only one here.
Actually, you might have heard from somebody that yours truly here recently ran the Thieves Gauntlet trial for the Stonecutters. So maybe I can put in a good word next time I talk to him, which will be soon.
You do know that you're in this room with not only just the goblin, but there's this orc too who's watching you guys too. And yeah. And he goes, we're not the only ones here, so I'll be checking that bag there. As I said, I kind of don't want to go missing. Kind of a nice cushy job I got here.
All right. Well, there's nothing but tools in my bag, so I'll hand him the bag I'm carrying.
All right. As he he seems to open up your bag, just kind of looking through there and noticing tools and such. Let me kind of okay. All right. All right. I want to say probably the only one who really hears this is probably Roux. You kind of like hear like a very low, as this goblin is rummaging through this bag. You kind of hear like a very low, like lizardy like growl. Not very loud, but not very happy about somebody rummaging through their tools. Doesn't seem like the goblin though heard this. As you're like, oh shit, she's making noise and they're making noise and stuff. And the goblin's like, yeah. What are you guys, salvagers or something? Jeez, this stuff is crap.
I'm redoing my kitchen cabinets, and there's some about using just old antique tools, just really getting down with your hands and just feeling the wood as you build.
Roll me a
Yeah.
persuasion check.
And we're gonna agree with him. So could we like help with that persuasion?
Either Remy can roll it at her advantage, or anybody who adds to this conversation can roll. So I either need somebody. I need somebody to add to the conversation. It doesn't matter who, just somebody who adds to this conversation.
I
And
can't
what do
think
you
of
say?
anything to say.
I'm gonna pitch in and say my brother's he's just a very good stonemason. He's very good with tools. He's very good at, getting in there and just the demo days. He does them so fast. It's amazing. Just by himself.
All right. Either Remy at advantage or one from each of you of deception.
Oh.
One from each of us.
Okay, with deception?
With deception.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen my brother here work in the yard. He very often just maintains and polishes his wood. It's quite impressive to watch.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at you guys. He's he gives kind of a look like, you guys are weird,
Mm-hmm.
but okay. He's like, all right. I mean, I guess all sorts of things to float people's needs. But anyways, right. I would say nothing in here. You look like you should be good to go. As he kind of like pats your other bag real quick, just kind of like slaps into it and stuff. Putting, like I said, he's put all the other stuff back in the bag. As soon as he's done rummaging around the bag, Roux, you kind of hear the growls kind of stop. As the goblin just kind of like walks around, looks at, looking at you guys. All right. Yeah. Either roll. I need everybody else to either roll me a performance check or a deception check.
Check.
Oh boy. Okay.
You said everybody?
Except for you. You don't need to.
Okay.
My character's dead. I didn't want to do a performance. I just wanted to sit and watch.
All right. As he seems to walk around and stuff. He seems to be kind of looking at you guys with his only good eye. He looks around, walks by each one of you and stuff. He kind of looks over and notices Dunsen, and he goes, "Ah, you! I'm gonna choose you next. Need to check some things. Let's see here. What do you got in your bag? Here, no, open it up. Open it up.
I open it up.
All right." As he starts rummaging through your bag, uh, pulls out a couple of oddities here. Pulls out your stone, by the way, and he kind of like looks it over and let's see if he. Okay. He looks it over and he's like, "This doesn't look like anything that we sell. It's very. Is it familiar? God, just can't place my hand. My finger on it. Uh, and just kind of puts it back in the bag. Um, very close there of him figuring out what it was.
The hell would he know what it was? There's no way he would know what it was.
Your guard stone?
Yeah, only guards see it. Was he ever a guard? How would he know what the hell it is?
Doesn't mean that people down here don't have connections and don't tell the
True.
people what to look for.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't seem to be ringing any bells. So granted, he might have never seen one in person before. So as you're a little worried at first when he picks it up, it starts looking at it and trying to figure out what it is, and just ends up putting it back in your bag. You're just like kind of thank God he stopped looking at that. Well, I don't see anything that looks odd here. What did you guys even buy in the first place other than a whole bunch of junky tools?
I guess we can let him know. We bought shrooms.
Did you say that as a character you bought?
Wait, I don't know. Well, who has those? I thought Dunsen had them.
We're good. I don't have them.
Roux has them.
We're
Roux has
gonna,
them.
we're gonna have to fess up. Might as well talk about the why. We have the shrooms or send them to a medical supplier or something like that, or do something. Somebody needs to have. I'd have to say Raine would probably be better doing that for a deception thing. Like
I think we all have good reason to go before Roux here.
Is he gonna check all the bags, or is he just spot checking?
It just you're not entirely sure. This is just the question that he brought up of what did you guys even do down there? You guys didn't buy anything.
I'm
what
not
we
gonna
did
say
down
that.
here?
Yeah, we just chat with some old friends.
Well, no, but he knows that we did the Thieves Gauntlet. We're here on a mission. Stonecutter sent us on a mission. And it's hush-hush. We can't talk about it. And the longer we wait here, the longer we're holding off on the mission.
Roll me a deception check.
There we go. Can I help her in some way?
No, it's okay.
She doesn't need my help. Okay.
She doesn't need your help. Yeah, I was going to say if she just rolled, then I was about to say, well, I shouldn't technically, but yeah, he's like Stonecutter. Right.
We can show you our what are they called? We each got our credentials if you need that as proof.
I'm pretty sure she's got we got our credentials and you kind of pull it out and see and stuff like that.
So
you just kind of
we're on time. We're on borrowed time, buddy.
Well, I don't want to piss him off. Like I said, some people end up going and as he kind of lifts up his eye patch and goes missing, and you kind of looking at his eye patch, his eyes missing. All it is like an empty socket.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of emphasizing how bad things can be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Well, hold on a second here. And he just kind of goes by really quickly and kind of slaps the rest of the bags. Let's see here. Surprisingly, Sherby, even though we're just going smack and just whacking the bag real quick, doesn't make a peep. I guess
Nice.
maybe probably
Good girl.
padded enough by all the clothes and stuff. Doesn't seem to freak her out or anything, or freak him out or anything. As he's like, yeah, right. Well, it looks like everything's fine. Come here. He's rummaging around his pockets to kind of pick up a different kind of stone than the one the one that was used before to detect for magic. Holds it up. Who's first?
Brian. I step forward.
As you step forward, he climbs up on the table, kind of lines up the stone with the center of the collar. As you hear it go, you hear it go, pop, and he just kind of pops and unlatches, and he just kind of grabs it and sets it on the table. It's like, all right, next, come on.
I'll go next.
Trying to be in such a hurry, and just keeps going on down through the line of each one of you with these collars and lining up the stone with the collar to unlatch the collar and proceed to let you guys go on to the and out into the
Hey, Zort. One friend to another, think you could do something about my bracelet here.
Oh, roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, well,
No.
it may pass. It may pass.
Well, I mean, I know one way of getting out. And he points over at the orc, and the orc kind of just grins and starts pulling out his sword.
Oh no.
Hard pass. Hard
If
pass.
if
Hard
if
pass.
I get that desperate, I got my own way of dealing with it. Then
I mean, it's your call, and the orc's like just slides the sword back in the shit. Seems kind of upset that he doesn't get to cut your arm off. But anywho,
all right, we awkwardly go on our merry way.
Yeah. Thank you.
is the doors unlocked and opened. The orc and the goblin kind of trying to stay out of sight as you guys walk out the door. As the door shuts behind you and ends up being locked behind you guys. Oh, as you guys are, before you guys leave, the Zort does go. Oh yeah, by the way, instead of having to say the passphrase, since you guys have credentials now, just show that.
Got
Okay.
it.
That's good. Thank you.
As you guys go ahead and start leaving the area, and door as all the locks are being locked behind you, and you guys are now out on the outskirts of back out into the streets of Dunreen. Which from last time you're like, man, it was kind of nice being down there in that cave. It was a little warm. Hey, I mean, it's like, woo, pretty cold out here.
What's the weather report?
Uh, the skies were actually fairly dark, like darker than usual.
Dark
Seems
isn't cloudy.
like dark is in cloudy and clouds are dark,
Yeah,
like darker than usual. And it's like, oh, this is weird.
storms are coming.
You know, and like I said, it's decent snowfall. The wind's blowing. Very biting cold, very damp, biting cold. Basically, is what you guys are dealing with.
Well, I'm as bundled up as I could be. I'm wearing my cloak with the hood up.
Yeah. As you guys,
Well, before we continue on our way, it's time for me to take care of the pups.
All right.
right, we'll go ahead and take our little bit of a break then, and get back into that in a minute.
doing?
And we're back with our Lifestream Lockdown in Dunreen campaign here. Hopefully everybody had a good little break. All right, so as you guys now find yourselves once again back up on the surface level of Dunreen here, cold, bone-chilling, damp wind, um, snowing, and a slightly darker than usual sky. Um, uh, Up to you guys if while you guys are going wherever you want to go, which I guess I need to. I'll give you guys the map to kind of play around in. Haven't been here forever, have we?
Oh my god, it's not on the map either. I'm gonna lose it. Okay.
What?
Nothing.
What's not on the map?
The kid, like the kid's name, or his place.
No, his place is on there. Like the building's on there.
It is.
Oh, he's Hearthfire Designs, isn't he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the place that he worked at. Yeah, but that doesn't.
Okay.
That doesn't give you
That's
the
not
name.
his name. No.
Nope. You're like, I hope his name's there. Nope.
Yeah.
You could
Some
just be
people
like, "Hey, friend."
Yeah.
Just that one awkward, like, hey, how's it been going? The person you haven't seen in like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
The name's Bob.
I think I can be casual about this. So I want to know our team's order of operations. Do we deliver the kobold to Fizzlespark, or do we deliver the armor to our friend first? What do we do first? Both choices I feel are about as valid as each other.
Um.
Well, it's going to take time for him to do what he needs to do for for that. So we should do.
Let's get measured first, and then we go after and turn in the kobold.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as Dunsen and these things, like since he came along with you guys at the beginning, he's kind of thinking you guys know kind of what you're doing, so he's just along to kind of keep guards off you as much as possible. So
That's
he's
a
here to help.
wild idea.
He's here to help as much as he can.
The one thing you've learned about us since joining up with us is that we know what we're doing.
Hey, my kid, you obviously are trying to do something good, so he's hoping. So he thinks as of right now.
Okay. So how are you guys going about getting there? Are you guys going the long way or the short way?
The short way, I think. Yeah.
So you guys are going to go out the gate there to the northwest and head back in the gate there on further south, and I guess when you basically going out on that little ledge area above the mining district.
Yes.
Is there a problem?
No, there's not a problem. I'm just making sure. I'm just seeing if that's the way you guys are wanting to go or not.
I feel like we're taking as much of a beeline as we can.
Yeah, especially because
Okay.
her backpack's pretty heavy.
Okay. So as you guys proceed to make your way, anybody looking for anything specific or just kind of going about your day?
See how lively is the town since we've last
Okay.
been.
If you're wanting to do that, roll me a perception check.
Well, Dunsen's always checking things out around him, so I'm going to go ahead and do a perception as well.
Okay, go ahead.
And I generally always look for things that are different than last time.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll me your perception then.
Well, if everyone else is looking, I don't want to be left out.
Maybe you can pinpoint something I couldn't pinpoint as well. There we go.
Okay. Definitely easy enough for Remy, Dunsen, and Raine to see. The streets seem less, like eerily less, people out.
Oh, okay.
Bet the Undertaker's business has been a booming.
Being as I see this, I'm gonna kind of send an inquiry through the crystal and say, hey, is there any update in the situation in town? There'd be a lot less activity going on.
Okay. Okay, so you try to speak through your stone, Dunsen.
Yep.
And let me check something real quick. Okay, yep. You try to speak through your stone, Dunsen, and it doesn't seem to react.
Oh.
Oh, so I let him know. It's like, all right, something is not right. The guard, I guess telecommunications. I don't know how else to fucking say it. It's not working. There's no response.
How long were we out?
Like a day, right?
You guys went
Like a
down
full day.
probably like half a day because you
Oh.
guys were down. You guys went down the night before and you stayed overnight, and it's probably, well, maybe more than half, because by the time that you guys woke up, because you guys got around here about 9, probably got in there about 9:30. You guys woke up at 9. Through everything that's probably been going on and stuff, it's probably about like, probably about 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon at this point.
Okay. Can I don't know if there's a guard shack or guard anything nearby. Can I send off squeakers with the message to check the guard shack and tell me if anybody is there while I stay with the group?
It would be quite a ways, and because there's not one close by, because in this district they haven't. This is like hardly guard. The guards hardly ever
Okay.
come to this area.
Okay.
More than likely, your closest guard is going to be right around in there.
I have a suspicion.
Right where? Okay, I see it.
I want to do a magic thing. Can I just like make a fire in my hand with prestidigitation?
You wave your hands around and poof, fires in your hand.
Okay, just making sure. Close hand, fire out.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't seem to be magic. That's
Okay.
like. So what are you guys doing?
So he can't produce magic?
No, he did.
No, he
No,
pulled out
his magic stone isn't working, or maybe nobody's on the other end, or something.
But prestidigitation worked.
Yeah.
It's not the stone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's just a communication rock.
Okay, well let's not panic. We just have to kind of look around and see, maybe they're busy with something. They haven't had a chance to answer just yet.
I'm just gonna look unlikely.
I mean,
yeah, generally, despite what's going on, there's generally
always communication.
Yeah, to have communication cut off completely.
I would almost say we need to check out the guard locale to find out what the hell. That's me though, because if that's broken, there's got to be a damnable reason for it.
okay. Where's the nearest guard locale?
I would say it's probably right around in this area, give or take.
Well, let's head over there then.
And it'll take half the time because I can bring you.
Okay. So yeah, that probably takes you.
So we're heading to the guard area with a kobold in our backpack.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Whatever you want to do.
Well, I can still vouch for him, so at this point in time, that is key.
It's fine. It's fine.
We're good.
Okay. Yeah. So as you guys make your way over that way, Ryan, with your perception check, I'm assuming you're keeping an eye out, and you kind of notice something different on, like, you get to Yeah, I want to see you guys get to about this area, and you notice something different, like with one of the posting boards.
I look at it.
Okay.
Can I read it?
As you get closer to it, you notice that there is this long, like parchment that has been placed and pinned. It's very fine-looking parchment,
Oh, good.
and reading it over, it reads. Let's see here. Give me a second here. It essentially reads uh fine people of Dunreen. It is with heavy heart. It is with a heavy heart and much sadness that we here at the court of Dunreen must report or must inform you all of the untimely passing of Jarl Strawvold.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, good.
He passed away um early late last night um through very violent um not means but basic well died very
Tragically?
tragically and unexpectedly um with looking into it and knowing with investigations and such looking into the possibility that the epidemic that has stricken our land was somehow passed on to him quicker than what it should have been. Um, n- uh, Archmage Grand Croix believes that this is work
Foul play?
uh, of the Shadow Menace. Um,
I snuck into his chambers and coughed in his face.
or poisoned his blood or something. They don't know what she did, but sources are believing that this is linked to the Shadow Menace and any possible what's the word I'm trying?
Accomplices.
Accomplices.
Accomplice.
Yeah, accomplices. Pointing to him and possible accomplices. The um um because of the untiming passing of Jarl Strawvolt, we are asking for the people of Dunreen to show respect and honor a period of mourning for a week.
All crime is legal!
It does make mention that the guards are not, the guards are currently still under investigation of this and are believed to be in hot pursuit of what they believe to be the Shadow Menace and will bring him to justice for the death of Jarl Strawvolt.
Oh, good.
But they're not
Um,
answering their communications. That's weird.
That is just
Doesn't make any
what's the
sense.
word?
Maybe
Yeah,
they
that
turned
is
yours off
negligence.
because they suspect you.
That
The
doesn't
plot
make any sense.
thickens.
Hmm.
yeah. So yeah, as you guys find this notice, it still kind of reads on and such. The very end of it is like more of like a eulogy. You kind of like explaining like more along the lines of like what he was known for, what he did for the people of Dunreen, so on and so forth, blah blah blah, all this, you know, born of law and all this other stuff. Just basically the usual eulogy kind of things, and hoping to instill positive memories on the people of Dunreen.
Mm-hmm.
Even though his Jarl like abandoned them and closed the door.
Yeah, well, you don't know the whole story behind why he did that, and I guess you never will, because
Yeah,
you'll only ever hear it from him.
Yeah, I don't remember if this was public knowledge or player knowledge, but you said at some point to me that he was immunocompromised. So
You
maybe
guys
that's how
found
we
out,
can put like a little bit of closure on it.
you guys found out that through one of the guards or something like that, that he was actually stricken with gout, and that
Right.
did really fuck with his immunity, and people and him and his court decided it would be better to keep him from basically, trying to keep rule, but at the same time trying to keep him away from possibly contracting this and dying, since, as we stated before, he could be very susceptible to it. Hey, Mr.
Okay.
Freedom.
Yeah, this is a hell of a babyface turn for Remy, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, Remy still thinks it's a hoax.
So is this Feugy the person being like, why don't they wear their masks?
Yes.
Well, yeah, like I said before, when you've watched people in Dunreen walking around and stuff like that, they have had their faces covered.
There's a part of me that wants to write on this poster, I can't make people sick, assholes, and then like adhere a shuriken to it.
That is completely and totally up to you. Like I said, looking around, there doesn't seem to be anybody in the streets currently. They might be
man.
honoring this period of mourning.
I don't think I do it.
Okay.
It's a funny idea though.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, with
Are we still going to the place where they hold the guards?
that's up to you guys.
I think we should try to go to the store and see if it's even open.
Yeah, I'd rather just head to a place that won't attempt that has less of an ability to attempt to try to kill us.
Okay. So are you guys like going at a quicker than normal pace or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's cold.
Well, I'm not. It's like, well, do we want to go quickly or do you want to go at a normal pace?
Or we're not going to go sprinting like our life depended on it or something. I mean, that'll draw attention.
Well, that's what I meant by a quicker pace, is like
speed walking.
Let's just try to walk and look as inconspicuous as possible.
Yes, our
so a
characters
normal
are.
pace. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming our ninja friend is wearing a disguise, so nobody's going to suspect them, right?
Suspect.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
as
And
far as
I'm making I'm also wearing a magical cloak that makes me harder to notice.
Yeah, and I mean, but the only thing that he's not wearing of his costume right now that I remember him saying that he didn't put back on was his wig. Because
my assumption is that like it like got burned up.
Well, you had the wig off.
Yeah, I guess so.
But the way that you would, if you put on the wig, you'd still smell of burning hair.
Yeah.
And you would also probably not to mention, since it's singed and such, it's probably a lot harder to kind of like push it down to keep it under the wig.
Yeah.
Probably like parts of it are probably pretty stiff and stuff now, so
That's where you should learn about wigs. You'd be very surprised at how much you can do with them.
Oh, on being able to put your hair under? I don't know. I don't wear a wig, so.
Like people with very long hair can braid it and make their hair like very tiny and then like wrap it around their head and put a wig over it. Or you can like glue
Okay.
hair down and then glue the wig in. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you want to be wearing your wig, you can be wearing your wig. I
don't care.
It's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. Just let me know. The only thing I can definitely tell you is that you smell like burning hair.
Okay, retcon. I put on my wig upon leaving the underground.
The black market.
Yeah,
Okay.
after I get my collar off, I'll dig through my bag and
Okay.
put my wig on.
Okay. Yeah, like I said though, you still smell oddly like burning hair, but
Yeah. Not a good smell.
Yeah, but you do manage to get the sight of.
Oh wait, I can use magic now. Can I prestidigitate a cloud of fresh linen around
Okay,
my head?
you prestidigitate your head not stinking like burning hair.
That's
You
better.
know, occasionally you need to reapply this, but
Yeah.
yeah, you just kind of using prestidigitation every now and then. Well, actually, no, I guess no, it does have a certain amount of time that we'll just say that you reapply every so often.
Yeah.
Apply it to the singe.
Yep.
Okay, so. Yeah.
Let us walk with purpose to Hearthfire.
Yeah, it'd probably be quicker to backtrack, honestly, than the going all the way around the block now. Because you guys only made it there, like, right about there.
Okay, we're taking the fastest path to go to where we need to go.
Okay,
yeah, Dunsen's got a shortcut.
Yeah.
So it probably takes you guys about a good 45 minutes to, go through, read this, get your tracking and start your walk and making your way over to Hearthfire Designs. As you make your way over there, it's like I said, it's very dead. Like not very many, like not any really people on the streets.
It's a ghost town, basically.
Yeah, you guys haven't even really ran into any guards yet. Granted, the way that you guys have gone, one area the guards really aren't at, and the other area, it was basically up there where all the like mine tracks and stuff are up at the top where they transport goods and stuff. But anyways, from like the mining district and stuff. But anywho, as I was saying, you guys eventually make your way back over to basically that kind of area. Corvault is closed down. Bjorn Ladder is definitely closed down. Thistle Sparks, as usual, seems to be a light on inside. So, not sure if you can get a hold of him or not, but it does look like he's there. Hearthfire Designs looks like that the light is still on.
Perfect. Because I've definitely had the feeling of, oh no, he doesn't live in a shop, like some people might.
No, yeah, he doesn't live in his shop, and you know that for sure.
Yeah.
But he is actually there. You're not quite sure if he might have had something that he had to get done, or he has to get done, or what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But he is currently there.
Well, I'd like to give him a little rap tap on his door, and I'll say, like through the door, "Hello, my good friend. It's me, your pal Ryan."
Okay, so as you knock on the door, it takes a while, and he eventually comes over to the door and opens it. Still the very young halfling that you've seen before.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, he opens the door slightly and looks up at you, and he's like, "Oh yes, it is. I mean, I'm trying to wrap up a few things before I close down for this. Well, I mean, mandatory kind of mourning period for Carl Stravold, but I mean, what brings you? I mean, yeah, he just seems kind of a little flustered by this a little bit.
We have something that we were hoping you could work on for us.
Okay, yeah, for right now, roll me a persuasion check. Okay.
And what my
He-
brother fails to mention is that he always brags. This whole day, he's been bragging about your skills and how his clothes were so amazing that we had to come over.
I mean, well, that's very nice of you, but anyways, I guess it depends on what you have. I mean,
I can tell
hopefully,
you many eyes have been on your work recently.
well, again, like I said, thank you. I just, don't want to stay open too much later than what I have to because I don't know if I'll get in trouble or not. But I mean, I'd much rather prefer to not get in trouble than anything. But anywho,
What are the? I kind of want to ask, what are the new restrictions going around right now?
basically right now they're telling like everybody to like stay home and um oh, what's the word that I'm looking for? I mean, I guess acknowledge and understand that they're asking you to uh go home, stay home,
So
and
okay,
kind of respect this period of mourning that they're telling them to take.
and in the
With,
absence of guards, how? I want to ask them, being it's the absence of guards, how are you going to get in trouble?
How are they going to
uh,
reinforce that?
There's no
he's
guards to enforce anything.
he looks over at you guys and he's like, I saw guards running around earlier this morning. They were busy. I don't know where they were going, but they were going somewhere.
Hmm.
I mean, it almost looked like that they were half possessed and with the devil on their tails.
Where were they heading to? What direction?
The few that I saw from here were heading uh somewhere east.
Temple District?
I mean, maybe not that eastward, maybe a little bit more south. I mean, like I said, I just saw them, and I mean, just easier and better just to stay here in my shop and stay out of their way.
How long ago was that, time-wise?
Well, I mean, there was the stuff going on this morning, and that happened. Oh, maybe a couple, like maybe around noon, maybe a little bit after that.
Hmm.
I mean, I haven't seen him like that before. Is I don't know. It's just better just to stay out of their way.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I'll tell
Something
you
to think
what.
about.
I'm not going to put words in my friend's mouth here, but we happen to have a very own guard that can vouch for you and your work.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that's okay. Like I
Yeah.
said, I still really don't want to get in trouble, but
I
I
just tell
mean,
them you won't.
depending on the request, I mean, I can probably see if I can get it done.
I would like to take out one
You
of
know, and
the
then at this point, he has opened the door and allowed you
Warren.
guys to
Okay.
enter. Yeah.
Okay. I well, whoever has the armor, I guess, can pull it out of their pack, and We want this fitted for my shorter, stouter brother here.
Let me see here. And he, well, first of all, he tells Remy. He goes, well, I mean, first of all, I'll need you to take off any, uh, well, your obviously your backpack and stuff, and I'll need you to take off anything, like armor or anything that you might be wearing underneath your clothes or something. I'm not entirely sure what you do, and to get a more appropriate fit.
So how long are we going to keep these kobolds in the backpack?
The kobold in your backpack?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Get in the
As long as
bag.
she's being quiet.
Nope, we just had a dice roll. My bad. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, I was trying to figure something out, but I was just waiting for to try to figure something else out. I was just trying to figure out when, but there was going to be a dice roll. Yeah,
I take off everything.
Everything?
Whoa, frisky.
all everything that you're wearing.
Everything.
Oh,
Congratulations! You've become a bigger sexual predator to this child than Ryan.
Oh wait, no, it's a child. I forgot. I leave my clothes on. I take off everything else.
Wow.
Okay, so I almost was about ready to say,
It's an easy thing to forget.
Pretty sure that would summon the guards no matter what.
All right. Well, just give me a moment here, and I'll get my tools and stuff just to see, and if you'll set out the article of clothing over there that I'll need to alter, I'll take a look at that in a moment. First I'll go ahead and get his measurements, and as since this halfling, which none of you guys have seemed to have made mention of his name, and he hasn't said anything about it yet. So
people don't just refer to each other in the second person as each other's names, Hesper. That's weird.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he'd be like, okay, I don't know, reintroduce himself somehow. I don't know.
Well, he's assuming that you guys remembered.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just ask his name.
Maybe it'll come to me later in a dream. It'll be okay.
Anyways, as you guys are, as he's going to go get his supplies and such, yeah, I'm gonna say Roux, as quietly as they can. They seem to be shifting around and stirring in your bag, seem to be getting a little restless.
is anyone else nearby us right now? Besides, like, the tailor?
Well, they went to go get their tools, so they aren't anywhere nearby you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna, like, flip the top off my bag and be like, hey, what are you doing?
The kobold kind of like turns towards you and it's like, just like, need to get comfortable. Been in here too long. When are you gonna let me out? Let's see here. Surprisingly, oddly, honestly, to tell you the truth, in hushed tones as you two are talking to each other, this child tailor does not hear you guys talking to each other.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my voice down. I'm not, like, shouting.
I kind of imagine so.
Okay.
This kid's going to end up knowing all of our deepest, darkest secrets. I promise.
I'm gonna adopt him. It's fine.
Yeah.
Which, the kobold or the kid?
Yes.
Kobold. This is my baby now.
You're a trash baby.
My trash
This is
baby.
what Lani's been waiting for. Is this kobold's like, also like they kind of look at you and they're like, I'm bored. Need something to do.
Entertain yourself. I don't know.
Entertain. What do you have in your bag?
A lot of clothes.
A lot of clothes.
A lot of ball bearings.
Are you just kind of like you just keep yourself entertained and just kind of close the flap on them or something like that?
No, hold on.
Yeah.
We might have
No,
something.
we can play the game. We got to play the game of who can stay the quietest. The one who stays the quietest wins a prize.
Oh, that's a good call.
I think one of us has like a dice game and
Oh,
some
yeah, who
other
has the
stuff he
dice?
can fiddle with.
I
feel like
still have the dice
it's got to
set?
be either me or Cados. I don't have it in my inventory list, but it's got to be one of us.
Do I still have the diamond? I don't know if I still have it. I thought they took it from us.
Oh, yeah.
I think they did take it from. Anyways, like I said, you know.
I can make some dye with some wood real quick while we're waiting, and I can give it to.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! You just
Let
gotta
me
whip.
pull out my whittling kit really
Yeah,
I
what
have,
the hell?
I have a wood carver's kit. I can make
You're
some
just
dye.
gonna do that right here?
Yeah. I mean, we've got nothing else to do.
Do you even have any wood to carve?
I have some arrows, which I will not carve into, but I can step outside and grab a little piece of wood nearby, or look at the fireplace and see if he has any firewood that he hasn't been using.
Despite the name being Hearthfire Design, there is no like fireplace in here.
Oh my god, is this cold in here?
No, you're not sure how it's heated. Just there is no like actual hearth out here. Like I said, it has a comfortable warmth to it, but you don't know how this place is warmed.
Okay,
But yeah, like I said, Lani, you could just be like, just entertain yourself and close the bag or whatever, and we could see what happens.
Play the quiet game.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell him to, I don't know, play dress up. There's so many clothes in there.
You just close the bag on him.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I can
Alright.
silence him or her.
You wouldn't silence. Silence is an area of effect.
Fair.
It's like a 20-foot bubble.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's not like the silence that you're thinking of in like Final Fantasy, where you're like, that
Yeah.
person is quiet. No, it's
Yeah.
this area is quiet.
It was worth mentioning.
Yeah, I know. I just reminding you.
I could cast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
Extra 10 to stealth check.
It's fine. I mean, worst case, we just kill the kid, right? It's fine.
No, we're not killing him.
Worst case, we just modify memory of the kid, right?
We're going to include him in our merry band of the Shadow Menace's accomplices.
Oh, it's fine then. You know what? I'm gonna pull the cobalt out of my bag and let him wander around a little bit.
He's going to be the chaotic neutral aligned tailor that we all need.
Okay, so you're pulling Snarby out of the pack and just like, fine, here, walk around.
I'm gonna pull him out and I'm gonna be like, just don't touch anything, don't steal anything, don't look at anything, don't talk, don't do anything.
Can I ask our little kobold friend if he has any leftover wood in his box or his bag of tools that I could use to whittle them some dye?
They kind of shake their head no at you and just go, no, just tools.
No handle, nothing?
No, they don't seem like that they want to sacrifice their tools just for a set of dice.
Oh, you know what? I'll give him or her one gold piece, and I will just say, here, shiny thing, entertain yourself with this.
Okay, so you hand them. You go. Okay, fine. Here, have a gold piece. Did you hand them?
That
a gold
is
piece?
negative reinforcement, Ryan.
You hand them the gold piece, and their eyes light up, and they go. As you say this in common, they go. they go, shiny, and it's not quiet.
I'm gonna kind of.
As-
I'm gonna like smush my hand over her mouth.
shiny.
Exactly.
You get this gold
As-
piece if you continue to stay quiet.
As this happens, the tailor who's been gathering the tools is like, "Huh? What the?" And just kind of turns around and notice you guys are just kind of around this backpack,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "What are you doing?" Did I
Nothing.
just hear somebody else?
So my
Oh,
my
oh.
measurements are my measurements looking good?
I mean, well, I'm more concerned about the voices that I heard. I mean,
Oh,
that's
you
kinda
know how I get
unsettling.
when I see well-made clothing.
It's yeah, it's fine.
Roll me a deception check,
Me?
Ryan.
Okay.
Go, Ryan, go. Yes, Ryan, yes. I'm so proud of you.
I can't
You're
believe you're
pretty
actually
good, but
rolling
he's not-
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No. He's kind of looks at you and he's like, "Okay, I've never heard that sound from you before, but this is the first time for everything.
Sorry, I kind of went feral there. How much is this? And I just point to something random nearby.
I guess I gotta go to bed. So
Okay.
Bye, Bubba.
All right.
Bye-bye.
good night. Oh, I wish I could stay for the rest
Yeah.
of this.
Do you have fun, Bubba?
Yeah, I did. This has been entertaining. So my
Okay.
all right, talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care. I guess that's a good thing, if in the next campaign, since Bubba's planning on being a kobold, you just throw him in a backpack when he's done.
Spoiler alert, man.
No, next campaign he's being a bug sorcerer.
Oh, that's right.
I'll be a
One-
kobold.
Oh, good.
Oh,
All right. So you seem to point over in a random direction, and you point at the exact same scarf that you're wearing.
Oh, great.
And
Same
he's like,
color?
yeah. And he kind of looks at you, and he's like, "You already have one of those."
Wait, I seem to remember from last time. I don't remember this fucker's name, but I remember that on his little hooks, he has a whole line of scarves that you pick through.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this blue one back here.
As you kind of shift your hand slightly, and he's like, "Oh, well, I mean," and he seems to be distracted by that. Up to
We
the
can
rest
talk
of
about
you.
it later. We can talk about it later. What his measurements? Think you can do it?
Yes, right. Not sure if the other two of you are just like, okay, let's get this kobold out of here before before they cause any more issues, or what? I'm just kind of giving.
Yeah, would you guys like to go outside?
yeah, I'll go outside for a little bit.
Okay.
Entertain this child that our brother has already started to spoil. And
She's
sister.
worth it.
As you guys kind of close the bag, and you're like, okay, let's go out and such. Yeah, we'll pick back up on that in a moment. Well, actually, it shouldn't take too terribly long to explain what's going on in here, but it will take a while. Yeah, we'll just kind of expedite this a little bit. I think if I remember right, it was like 150 gold or something like that for the scarf that you bought originally, Aster.
Okay, I nod my head.
And he goes through and does your measurements. Feugy or Remy. Not too hard. Oh, that's right. I do need to kind of role play this a little bit though. And he goes over eventually to the guard outfit, and he's like, he picks it up and he looks at it, and he's like, this. I mean, no, our guards have outfits that are somewhat similar to this, but this doesn't look like anything that they would wear. And what is this? And where did you guys get it?
So we're not from here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is my brother's. Well, my brother lost his guard outfit from Feldnitz, and we got a replacement in, but it's not his size.
I can't go home without my outfit.
It's kind of like a spare wagon wheel, you know. It's not always the good one.
Okay. Well, he's never seen guard regalia for Feldnitz,
Yes,
so
yes.
that is an automatic fail, basically, for him.
Yes.
In determining that, I do need a deception check and advantage, though.
Nice,
you
nice.
on that.
You got this, Ryan.
I'm giving you advantage because he doesn't know what Feldnit's armor looks
Yeah.
like, but he's kind of trying to get your
Woo!
read. Oh, yeah. He's just like, okay, I guess that makes sense. Anywho, yeah, it'll take me a little while. Granted, it would be quicker and more, what it'd be quick. Well, it'll be quicker and also more fitting if I actually have the person that I need to fit this to, rather than just going by the measurements. But looking at that and looking at the measurements of that and looking at this, I should be able to get it to fit.
Okay.
So I guess
Well, here, as Remy's keeper, I give him over to you. Remy, I just need your bag of tools.
Oh, okay. And I hand him the bag of tools.
Okay. And all right, sounds like you'll be staying here for a while, Remy. He estimates, since he doesn't seem to have to remove any fabric or anything, or not remove, but he's not having to add fabric like he was with yours and stuff. He's probably guessing maybe an hour at best that he can probably get this done, like having everything hemmed right, removing the extra fabric, and then getting it folded in right like it previously was to fit properly.
Oh, good. I
Pretty
thought you were gonna. I just assumed you were gonna say like 3 days or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't take too long to the fit clothing. You might have to pop a couple seams and sew some stuff closer together, but probably about an hour, honestly, to tell you the truth, for him to refit this to fit your stature, Remy.
Okay.
So Remy will be here for about an hour. And as you guys are discussing this matter and payment and such,
Mhm.
which I think payment wise, I think he's going to charge you about, especially since it seems like you're trying to get this done quickly and kind of like a rush job. He's probably going to charge you 10 gold
Okay.
to get that.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and roleplay the other two as they go out into the street. Kind of kind of with this restless kobold in their bag. As the kobold's like wanting to see what's going on and stuff as you guys exit the room and stuff. Again, looking around, doesn't seem to be any guards or anything like that. And as you kind of like let off the top of the bag, the kobold like flips open the top of the bag, looks out, and then all of a sudden you hear this loud screech of the kobold, and just in Draconic. So basically,
The
only
sun.
Raine understands this. Is like, bright light, hurt eyes. Why
Yeah.
you bring Dragon Lady? Why you bring eye pain? Pains to eyes.
Sorry, I mean, you should have waited a little bit there.
As the kobold just kind of in the bag, his nose barely peeking out of the side of the bag. They seem a little upset about this. Then, like, they're like, the dragon lady knows say outside her.
Go back inside and wait a little bit. It'll hurt less in a little bit.
just kind of sad, somewhat crying. Anything you want to do with this kobold for like the next probably they're probably talking and stuff, so this is probably like 15 minutes that you can spend with this kobold if you wanted to talk to them about anything or anything like that.
It's gonna pat its little head and gently lift the lid up of the bag again so that they get used to the light.
As you lift open slowly, they're backing away from it. They're just they don't want to have anything to do with this. With
Yeah,
even
just
though
leave it open.
even though it's cloudy,
Yeah.
they do. Yeah, this you're assuming this kobold does not like natural light.
Yeah, just give a little. I'm just letting the light just slightly come into the bag and then wait a little longer and just do it gradually as they get used to it and acclimated to it.
As you just slowly, every time that you keep slowly opening the bag, they just go, "No!
It burns.
Why do you do this? I wouldn't. I know come if I would known this. You're essentially tormenting and
Yeah, you're
and
torturing
torturing
them.
this. You're torturing this kobold currently.
Yeah, trying to think of a way. Here, I'm gonna wrap a piece of fabric over their eyes and just tell it to get used to the shadows of objects and light. And that is their trial. That is their trial as the chosen.
So you wrap this piece of cloth around their eyes. You're just kind of now fumbling in as you lift open the bag. I guess you wrapped it around thick enough. It's just they're like fumbling around in this bag, like now no see anything.
It's part of your trial.
Ah, you're just not happy with this. They seem to be, I guess, dealing with it, but they're just like, what did I get into?
Yeah, that's what happens when the dragon is testing you.
You know what else is
literally
great?
all.
Dragon breath.
All right, so eventually, as you guys have put essentially a blindfold on Schnurby, you guys eventually come out of Hearthfire. Well, you come out of Hearthfire Design,
Right. Yeah. Me.
Remy, and
Well,
convey the idea that it's going to be like an hour worth of Remy being stuck here.
do you want to just like leave Dunsen there? We kind of told the kid that we could leave Dunsen posted if we want. That seems to be a convenient way of not
Taking care of
including Bubba.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, by the way, Feugy, that this is probably going to be very boring for you, but if there's anything that you want to role play with this kid, let me know.
Oh, we're gonna be besties.
You could be besties. Okay, so while
I'm gonna be his new father.
all right, well, we'll just have to do some rolls eventually and find out if this comes into fruition or if he is terrified of you by the end of this.
You're gonna radicalize this kid about like masks and shit.
You know it.
Oh, jeez. Anywho, as you guys, are sitting here, standing outside in the biting cold, what would you guys like to do for like the next hour until Remy's guard uniform is?
Hesper, I think you know what the next idea is.
I'm guessing you guys are planning on going over this fizzle, Sparks.
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the very cool thing, Hesper. I'm going to say the words, infected blood. Does it light up?
Yes.
Hey, Fizzlespark, we're about to be at your door shortly. We have someone you'd like to meet. Maybe an assistant.
Okay. All right. Well, you have no earthly idea if he heard this or not, because as far as you've heard, you have not had any two-way conversation with this.
Mm-hmm. And we walk up to his shop, see what happens.
All right. As you walk up over there, eventually making your way over to the the shop once again. The door's locked. There seem to be some kind of lights going on inside. Not quite sure what's going on. Inside. Glass is kind of iced up, and you're assuming, knowing Fizzle Spark, probably the design of the glass in the first place is not to allow people to look in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Still very much the same. Doesn't seem like anything has changed here too much. Up to you on what you guys are doing. With the if I remember right, he kind of has this sort of like intercom kind of button system to the left hand side of the door.
I'm just gonna wait a minute and see if I get any reaction to what I said through the bracelet.
Okay. Are you two also there with him? Or are you guys
Yes.
kind of standing away? Okay. Okay. As you three seem to kind of be standing there on the porch of Fizzle Spark, just kind of like looking around, waiting, giving it about 5-10 minutes. Absolutely nothing happens.
All right, I push the intercom button and I say, "Hey, Fizzle Spark, it's your old pal Ryan. Can we come in? We want to talk to you."
Okay. It takes a while, and eventually, the kind of eye comes out and goes, "Yes, yes. Who is it? Who's this? What? Yes. Wait. What? Who?
I
What do you want?
I have somebody that we'd like you to meet.
And who are you again?"
I hold up my arm to the window, showing the bracelet.
Ah, yes, it's one of mine. No, what did I put it on there for? I don't know. Anyways, anywho, well, what about the other two? What are you doing here? What do you want? Out with it. Come on.
Oh, this is our brother.
Yeah, these are my sisters. Hi, I'm Ryan. We're here. Look, you employed us to give you ingredients for the cure for the plague.
I thought you were gonna say the good stuff.
The good stuff.
The good
You know.
Okay. All right. All right. The good stuff. He sits there for a while. He's like, yeah, yes, I did make mention of some good stuff. Yes. Okay. Well, hold on a minute. Hold on. And he's like, right. If you've been here before, you know the procedure. Go stand over there for a minute.
Okay, and I assume I get foamed up. I get all lathered.
He's telling like all three of you to stand over
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
So just all of a sudden, it's like when you guys are just like completely covered in this foam.
Wait. We should honestly also take Schnurby out and
Okay, like I said, this contraption goes in. Are you taking Schnurby out of the bag and like here, just spraying them down too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just outside of the bag and just like, and they're like, what's going on? Just screaming. You're glad that there doesn't seem to be anybody else in the streets, because you're just like, oh my god, this kobold would fucking bring like everybody's attention on us.
Yeah, that's fine.
This kobold, as you guys get done getting sprayed with foam, their tail is kind of tucked and kind of somewhat wrapped around their leg. They look like that they are scared and feel violated.
Perfect.
Why, Dragon Lady, do this to me? Why?
Well, it's part of the trial.
Snurby, do nothing wrong. They're just kind of crying. Eventually the latches on that front door unlatch, and the door is now open to allow you to go on into the that kind of one chamber that goes through and dries you guys out.
Uh-huh.
As you guys wait there for a moment, are you putting Schnurby back in the bag after that, or are you just leaving him out?
Now he's gotta get dry.
I meant like after the okay, well, you're dry. Let's put you back in the bag real quick, or are you just leaving him out?
I think we just leave him out.
Yeah, we'll leave him out because we're gonna be telling him the
Literally,
what we
the
want with
whole
him.
reason we're here is so that these two can get acquainted.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to rip the Band-Aid off eventually.
Okay. Okay. After a while of being blow dried, the Snurby's still having this bandana wrapped around their eyes. Just kind of flailing their arms around, just trying to figure out what's going on. Eventually, the drying procedure ends as the doors unlocked after the 20 locks that are done, and after a while, you see Fizzle Spark, actually kind of wearing a hood at the currently, and opens up the door and is like, yes, yes, come on, come on, come on, and he's not really paying too much attention to you guys as you come
Sure.
in. As I'm guessing you guys kind of follow in, just kind of pushing Snurby along. They seem to have the weird sounds and the drying and stuff like that and being violated. They've kind of quieted down. They seem very scary though.
Snurby is now experiencing trauma.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Probably second guessing if it was such a good idea to follow you guys in the first place.
It's okay. We're at our journey's end now. So, Fizzle
You
Spark.
hope.
Yeah. So, Fizzle Spark, this is who I'd like you to meet.
Hold on first. First of all, I do know that you asked for the good stuff, and lo and behold, I did get it done. And ta-da! As he lifts off the hood, there's a single long strand of hair just sticking up out of the top of his bald head.
Oh no!
And he's like, "I got the good stuff done."
Oh, hey! Listen, congrats.
I thought you'd be more excited. This is what you were asking for, yes?
No, but it's looking great.
Were you after? I did get that other good stuff done. Hold on a minute, and he's kind of scrounging around, and he picks up this big, kind of cylindrical object, and he holds it up and he goes, "I did get this done. Yes, yes. You asked for this good stuff, right? Yes."
Does it have a label on it?
Looks like a big ass fucking pill. It's about the size of your hand.
I don't think I have a hole big enough for that, Fizzle Spark. Hey, no, you sent us out.
No, you didn't. You don't. No. You don't take this in. Good news for you though. If you don't take, you don't take this in your mouth. This goes elsewhere. It's a suppository.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
It helps you with. And as he kind of walks up to you and kind of nudges you to come down, and he's like, "It helps you with down there. Remember that good stuff, right?"
Why is it so big?
You see, it goes in through the butt, and then it's so large that it just
I know what an enema is.
Is it a suppository?
Yeah, just
suppository.
Just by physically being there, it's propping the rest of you forward because it's so large.
I mean, I don't know why you brought your sisters to this, but anyway, if this is your issue, but
no,
anyway,
that is not why you and I have been in contact. You and I have been in contact because we're working on a cure for the plague that ails this town. Now, do you remember? You sent us to get some mushrooms, some salt, and some blood? You remember that?
Oh, yeah, you're that guy. Yeah, why didn't I realize it sooner? As he points off to the little statue of you that's kind of standing up on one of the bookcases towards the back of the room.
How many statues does he have around of other people?
5, including you.
Okay.
So 4 others.
I'm assuming one of them is bald. Anyway. So anyway, from one mad scientist to another, I wanted to make the connection where I could. I brought you a friend and maybe an assistant. I think you two will understand each other very well. Fizzle Spark, meet Snurby.
As you kind of get out of the way and you show him this kobold, You look at him, and this look of disgust comes across his face.
Oh.
And he looks at you, and he's like, "Why'd you bring that thing here?" And as Sturby kind of hears this, she kind of like they kind of finally just like building up enough courage, pull up the blindfold, look around, and realize. And in Draconic, she's they basically turn to you, Raine, and go, Dragon Lady, why dirty gnome? Why dirty gnome?
Oh, they seem to recognize each other. They seem to know each other.
No, I don't
They
think they
don't
know each
seem to
other.
have
These
direct-
races are at odds.
Oh.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up
Huh?
Nerby. I'm gonna pick up
Schnurby?
the kobold. and hug
You're
it.
gonna pick up Snurvy?
Yeah.
Snurvy's just kind of like flailing around, like, and just yelling in Draconic, "Dirty gnome! Dirty gnome!
Don't
Why
talk
you
about my
bring-"
baby like that.
No, the
What?
no. Oh, you're trying to defend Schnurby?
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't seem like Fizzlespark knows what Snurby is saying, but he's just like, Why did you bring such a dirty thing here? No, bad. They're not even allowed in the city. How did you even get one in here? They're not even allowed in here."
So it sounds
Okay,
like we have some prejudices to work out, but listen, I think that you two would get along like peas in a pod. Both of you are just really prolific inventors, and I feel like if Schnurby had the opportunity to show you what they can do, then I think you would come
Be
to the same
surprised.
feeling that we have.
What's your maximum possible roll on persuasion?
23.
Ugh. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. And the other two of you that are there,
Persuasion.
How do I know what's my maximum persuasion?
20
plus
plus
whatever
your
your
stat.
modifier.
Plus
26.
29.
Barely, unfortunately. I mean, you're almost there, but you're not quite there, Raine.
Wow.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
You guys are dealing with like basically deep-seated
Millennia of deep-seated
racism.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's backpedal a little bit. Let's put aside that we brought someone that we thought you might get along with. We did bring something of interest for you from your list of ingredients.
First of all, before any of that happens, Roux, I need you to roll me a strength check.
Oh my god.
You're kind of like trying to restrain Snurby a little bit here.
Oh no, you're gonna get scratched.
Yeah, Snurby just manages to wiggle just enough out of your range to reach over to the nearby table, pick up a beaker from the table, and hurl it at Fizzlespark.
I would
Oh,
like to
no.
catch it.
Roll me a sleight of hand. Okay, as this beaker starts flying, you manage to catch it. Well, I guess it's not so much a beaker as it is like a vial, like one of those spherical vials with the little stem that comes off and a cork on the top.
Oh good,
Um,
okay, it's corked.
Yeah. If you reach out, you manage to catch it. You catch it
Yeah.
in your hand, and you're like, okay, I got a hold of it. And it takes a little while. You're gonna take 3 points of fire damage because she like picked it up from the top, and you catched it from the bottom where it was on fire. So it's very hot. As you're kind of
Okay.
like now hot potatoing it and trying to find
hot potato.
somewhere to set this down. And Fizzlespark's like, see what I mean? You know, these see, yes, very, nasty little creatures. Why did you bring it here? And Schnurvy's just like, dirty, evil, tricksy gnome. There's no evil, dirty, tricksy gnome. And this is just, yeah, you just You've just ignited probably a blood feud. Well, an unknown blood feud, basically.
Oh man, we need like a love potion or something. uh
Granted, whoever wants to roll me an intelligence check.
-1 here.
Got a 2 here.
Or actually, roll me a history check if you have the modifiers for it.
Do I have? I don't. Well, no, I got a 4 in history. Who has a
I got
history?
it too.
Bonnie?
So I mean, like, are you proficient in history? If you're proficient in history, I'll let you roll a history check.
I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right. So that would mean so that's based on 21. So as you sit here and you think about it for a while, you eventually come to a realization that you remember, and it took you a while because you're not very used to kobolds and you're not very used to gnomes. They're just like two races that you usually don't deal with a whole lot.
Mhm.
And you do finally come to a realization of remembering of a place that you went to once with more, like, I guess you want to call it, like, possibly feral kobolds, and realizing, oh yeah, that's right, they really do hate each other because I don't know why, but from this thing that I remember, that's right, there was like this gnome that was murdered by a bunch of kobolds.
Oh, okay. I relay that.
These were like more savage kobolds, like, you know, than what you're assuming is probably a more civilized kobold with Schnurby, because Schnurby doesn't seem, she seems to be not liking him and somewhat violent, but she's not like trying to grab for like weapons and like murder him.
Okay, so that's
So we're
a
like
little
halfway
bit better.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My question is, do we have anything to make this situation any better?
We have the
I'm
mushroom.
committed to making this happen. Right.
I think Fizzlespark is just basically having you like, I don't want that thing in here, get it out of here. And Schnurby is just like, basically equivalent to, dirty gnome, don't believe the gnome is evil, the gnome is tricky, bad for dragon lady.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So you kind of have a feeling that Schnurby is more trying to protect you from possibly
Aww.
this gnome, and the gnome just has a bad stigmatism of other kobolds.
Yeah.
Of it's just it's like oil and water. They just don't mix.
Okay.
So if you take Schnurby out of here, you probably won't have an issue.
Yeah,
Schnurby,
I'll take him out of there. Take her out of there.
just you, or is Roux going to?
Roux, you want to come with me while Ryan talks? Ryan, you have the mushrooms, right? Who has the
grabs
mushroom?
them. I do now.
You have the mushrooms.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
go
Roux
outside.
had them.
Okay, Roux, give him the mushrooms. We're gonna.
Rue's trying to hold Schnurby, so I'm just assuming Ryan just goes over there, reaches in the bag, pulls him out, and just says,
I have Ryan, or I have Schnurby's tools, so here you go.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna. I apologize to you, sir. We've made a mistake. We're gonna step outside while my brother talks to you about our current mission that you sent him to complete.
Yeah, well, good. Get that thing out of here. Get it out, before it destroys anything else of mine.
Promptly.
And you guys quickly leave Fizzlesparks as you are, get out the door. Schnurby seems to calm a little bit, but they seem very still like staring at the door, very, like when you have a dog and Well, actually, no. As soon as you guys get outside, she's like, "Ah, light burns!" But until you do, she's just like like a guard dog, just not leaving eye contact of where she last saw Fizzle Spark
Mm-hmm.
until you guys get outside. She's like, "Ah!" and you just wrap the bandana back around her eye, or push it back down or whatever, and you're just like, "What are we gonna do now?" This is kobold.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try to kind of soothe the kobold and be like, it's okay. We're gonna leave. I believe you. We're gonna leave. We're gonna step out, and let's take a breath. Let's go outside.
And Derby's like, why you take the evil tricky gnome?
Because you showed such promise potential with your inventions that we thought we did not realize that you do not get along with gnomes. He's an inventor just like you.
No, kobold invention better than the gnome invention. Gnome
I
invention
totally
garbage.
agree. I agree 100%.
Uh, seems to be happy that you're agreeing with with the kobold, but you're kind of getting more of an idea of the animosity that kobolds and gnomes have towards each other. Thankful that this is a more civilized kobold, first of all.
Yeah.
And kind of getting an idea that even if there might have, even if you could have gotten them to work together, gotten them not the stigmatism of kobold and gnome, that
Mm-hmm.
they would still probably bicker and fight all the time because one believing that the other is a better inventor.
So we I have the solution.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to get a disguise kit around both of them.
Don't they like smell?
The kobold probably has a decent smell. And it depends on how you make the kobold smell. If the gnome would pick it up, yeah, it just all depends on certain things.
Mm.
Anyways, Fizzle Spark is just kind of like dusting himself off, and he's just very agitated. And he's like, "All right, anyway, fine, yes. Now, what were you wanting before you brought that dirty thing in here? Why did you bring it in here in the first place?"
Because they are a esteemed inventor who've helped us a lot in procuring these, and I show the mushrooms.
He looks at the mushrooms. He's like, yes, it's good that you got those, but that thing, inventor, no. Nothing. Kobolds, no. All they do is dig holes and steal your shit. I mean, I swear, once I did have a kobold infestation when I used to live somewhere else. They stole all my damn socks until they realized I was a gnome, and then they threatened me. And just, no, I'm not dealing with that shit.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Right?
You're
What
not
can you say
there.
to that?
You're not
Yeah,
there to figure out.
that's true.
So
I'm
it sounds like
sorry for your loss,
he's
friend.
stole all of his socks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Look, Ryan's socks are worth like 1,000 gold pieces each.
Yeah. And he just kind of lists off all these other knickknacks and shit that has been swiped from him by kobolds before, like I said, before they realized that he was a gnome. Because he's you kind of see it. He's kind of secluded and stuff. Kind of have a feeling if somebody snuck into his house, they might not be able to tell that there was a gnome living there in the first place. Just some crazy ass fucking inventor.
I honestly forgot he was a gnome. I keep thinking he's like a goblin. I don't know why.
No, probably because he's crazy and deranged.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably it.
Anywho, yes, I see you got me the mushrooms. Good. Now, where's the other stuff?
Working on it.
I've given you how many days to procure this stuff? anyways, not too big of a deal. Just go get me the other stuff as soon as possible if you want something for this. Yes, yes. Just, uh,
I mean, literally
you see,
everything has gotten in between us and procuring these goods. We're trying our best. I'm a literal ninja spy, and I'm having a hard time.
he kind of looks at you and he says like, yeah, spy, got it, yeah, good joke. Anyways, he does not believe that you are some kind of ninja spy.
It probably works in his favor.
Works on you for your favor. Then
Yeah.
can't identify you as the Shadow Menace.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and get these processed. You go get the other stuff. Quickly as you can, and make sure you don't bring that thing back in here again.
I'll attempt that.
Okay.
I leave through the. I pass 600 locks on my way out of his abode.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you kind of get the feeling that he was not happy with you at all for bringing a kobold into his shop, and B, he was not happy with you just here's one item instead of here's everything.
It's okay. Third time's a charm, right? We'll come back with everything in the list.
Yeah. I literally do not care what he thinks. So
I'm just telling you, he
yeah.
was very easy to read, and that's kind of what you got from
Yeah.
like a feeling from him.
Yeah, literally do not care. So, we don't have a plan B for our new trash baby.
Yeah, who by the way seems to be fiddling around in your backpack currently, Roux, as you're
Lani's
sitting there and
gone.
you're waiting. Oh, is she?
Gonna go forage for food.
Well, I mean, you're kind of standing there too, Raine.
Yeah.
Raine's kind of standing there too. As Ryan's kind of leaving, and I don't know. Are you kind of annoyed?
Me?
No, I'm talking to Aster about his character. Does his character like feel annoyed kind of by Fizzlespark or what?
I don't think Ryan's ever really enjoyed Fizzlespark's company, and
Okay.
this certainly didn't change that.
Okay. So probably annoyed and exasperated as Ryan emerges from Fizzlesparks.
I would say
Um,
Ryan dealt with significant mental trauma the first time he met Fizzlespark.
Yeah, yeah, and this was probably like honestly to tell you the truth, this was probably like
The
before
better
you
of the
gave
two
him.
visits.
Well, I made it short. He probably ranted to you for like 30 minutes before taking the mushrooms. So
Sure.
they've been kind of sitting out there waiting in the cold and stuff like that for 30 minutes while you were, you know, while you were,
Getting your ear told though.
yeah, and waiting, and yeah. So as you guys like, you're sitting there, you're waiting for Ryan. Occasionally from Rue's backpack or whatever, you see the small arm of Snurgle just kind of reach out and seem to grab something from her bag and drag it in the Rue's bag. Not quite sure what they're doing in there, and you hear the fiddling around and stuff.
In the bag?
In Rue's bag.
Oh, okay. What are you up to? What are you doing in there? Kind of poke it a little bit.
Are you speaking Draconic or?
Yeah.
You poke the bag and and like I said, this is about the time that Ryan's coming out, and they've been fiddling around in there. They've been fairly quiet about fiddling around in there. You're just kind of like, this is weird. Just kind of being kind of quiet, and you just notice and you poke and you're like, what are you doing in there? And you hear her go, Dragon Lady, making stuff.
Like what? Show me or tell me about it.
I'll show Gnome very well. She's like, seems like she's trying to prove to you that she that they're better than what Fizzlespark is.
Oh man, maybe we can get this little cure from a kobold and a gnome. I mean, that's far fetched, but you never know.
We could do this the old-fashioned way. We could have like an inventor's fair. We have Snurby set up like a stall, and they have like an inventor off.
Yeah. Well, anyways, as like I said, 30 minutes later, you're trying to figure out what Shnerby's doing. You see Ryan exiting the building as you guys are, standing there, and you're like, well, we got 30 minutes to kill until.
Oh no, I'm gonna get wrecked by this invention because I'm leaving the gnome's shop.
Why? What invention?
The thing that Snurby's making.
We don't know what she's making though.
No, but I'm gonna get wrecked by it as I'm walking out the door.
Oh.
That's my expectation.
Oh, when you get there, you still hear her like scrounging around and like it's very like odd sounds coming from like tools and other shit coming from inside the bag.
So I think I just after getting my ear ranted off, I say to my sisters, so gnomes and kobolds, huh? Didn't know.
Gnomes and kobolds, didn't know.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that there was a case where a couple of kobolds like murdered a gnome or something. After this whole ordeal here, I remembered, and I thought to myself, crap, I should have mentioned it earlier.
So, we don't really have a plan B for this little tyke, do we? Hey, what are you doing there in that bag?
She kind of like bent the bag. He goes, they go, already answered Dragon Lady, making stuff.
What?
Yeah, we won't be able to see it until later.
What are you making with my sister's belongings?
Thing better than gnome can make.
Is it a weapon?
Roll me an insight check. I want to see how well they can. No.
Ryan goes, yes? You're making a weapon, aren't you?
No. Trying to not get in trouble. You kind of hear like the tinkering and stuff in the bag slow.
You won't get in trouble though. We're very curious to see your creations.
Yeah,
we actually encourage it.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what you make. I just don't want to get stabbed by it.
Yeah, let's why don't we move into a quieter place so we can
no stab. Or whatever this weapon is doesn't stab.
Does it capture things?
No.
Does it you said no stab, right?
No stab.
Do you hit things with it?
No.
What? Blunt trauma?
Trauma.
Do you electrocute them with it?
Too hard.
Burn them with it.
Big boom.
Oh, it's a bomb.
Oh, it's a bomb.
What of my sister's belongings are you turning into a bomb?
Not bomb, but make boom.
Oh, okay.
So whatever this is called making.
Oh, good, big boom. Like be like a smoke bomb?
No, ouch boom.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, why don't we? What do we need to go somewhere? I need a drink. I need a hot tea. I need something. It's cold outside, and we need to go somewhere safe.
We
Where's
might
the
have
nearest
to
inn?
figure. We might have to figure out an inn with a better policy for pets.
For pets.
For pets. Well, that snow tier inn is out of the question. We're gonna have to go to the Hangman. Hang the Laughing Man? Or what's the other place? What's closer by?
You
Siren
guys,
Song Tavern doesn't have
Siren Song and Donkey don't have actual
an inn.
inns. You guys haven't really asked about any other inns, really.
Oh.
Hang Laughing Man was just one that was given to you as a name. I mean, you might be able to ask around. I mean, well, not might be a little hard since everybody seems to be supposed to be staying indoors and quote unquote, uh,
Respecting.
yeah, respecting and acknowledging this period of mourning for the leader of the town. Which, thinking about it and stuff, you guys are kind of like, they're probably kind of also doing this just to try to figure out also how they're going to run this town now.
Yeah.
Might be some kind of internal power struggle now going on. You guys don't know.
Well, that's why we want to get to the other gates as soon as possible too. But, man,
You'd have to wait until tomorrow for the next.
We have a little mad scientist friend who can't be seen in public. This is going to be interesting. So are we going to? I know Lani's feelings on this. Are we going to attempt to fully adopt this kobold into our party and just always, ride or die with this kobold, or are we going to try to drop them off on some other NPC?
I mean, I think we should place them somewhere safe that we can come back to and get items from. But to get someone to trust us on that, we're going to need to figure out a way to, I think, convince our little, what's it called? Is the boy that makes the clothes, is he a gnome too?
Halfling.
He is a halfling.
Okay. Maybe we can convince our halfling friend to watch our little friend for a bit. And then, meanwhile, we go and cook the books. And then we can, I don't know, I know
deliver
that
both back in the black market.
Yeah. But with a good recommendation that this kobold is very good at crafting and stuff. So that they get higher up in the totem pole.
Oh wait, are we also going to be trying to get them into the Fang and Claw?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Because if they can create weapons and stuff and trinkets and tools, that'd be useful. Especially out of junk.
Okay, so our plan is that while we're out here on the surface, our kobold friend is going to be building their portfolio out of Lani's belongings. And then they're going to submit it to the Fang and Claw.
Yeah. Basically.
Good lord. Okay.
That is hopefully the plan.
Hesper, I feel like with this session we just added another month to this campaign.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it depends on how we expedite things and stuff. I mean, certain things don't really need to be role played out.
Yeah.
But anyways, you guys, I guess, are sitting here kind of trying
right.
to stay out of the cold and trying to.
Yeah, I think we just skip 30 minutes or whatever and head back into Hearthfire. Why not?
Let's
Yeah.
just do prestidigitation to keep our little hands warm as we
Wait,
move
hold
along.
on. Can I go and like I understand there's not really any guard presence or anything like that, but can we just like go into an alley and can I like I don't know, pull out the makeup brushes and the clothing and see what I can come up with for this kobold?
Sure, you do
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna take my plates downstairs.
Okay. Yeah. I guess you can try something.
All right. So disguise kit.
All right. Roll me a disguise kit.
Attribute.
I would say this would be because you're trying to create an identity, and
Uh-huh.
this is something that you haven't really worked with before, as opposed to yourself. I'm gonna say intelligence.
God damn it.
13. Okay. You sit there and you're messing with the kobold, and trying to leave the blindfold on. Well, basically when is you take Roux and you go into the back alley with this backpack and you're trying to pull the kobold. This kobold's trying to stay in the bag, and they're like, "No, me work." They're trying to get done with whatever they're working on, and so you pull out the kobold, put the blindfold or get the blindfold back on them, and pull them out of the bag. They seem to be struggling about and stuff as until they eventually calm down, and then
Mm-hmm.
you try your best with your disguise kit, and it looks like a pretty little kobold girl with hair.
No, we're trying to make this not a kobold. That's the goal. I'm sorry, I should have specified.
I mean, with your role and stuff, you're like, I don't know how to hide that nose and the tail, and I mean, what do I
Okay.
do with this? So,
Okay.
so like, at least they look presentable. Yeah. You have like, yeah, it is very hard to not magically make a kobold look like something else.
That's fair. I
Uh,
was hoping I could maybe turn it into a goblin or something. Hold on. Can I like get it in like some kind of like hooded thing so its identity as a kobold is kind of hidden and it just looks like a little creepy thing or something?
honestly, saying,
Okay,
I'm trying to think here. What would be the best thing? Yeah, you have seen one of the kind of like the best thing that you can kind of think about, and you're not quite sure if you're pulling this off very well, just because of like the anatomy difference and stuff to some extent.
Uh-huh.
You're like, I think this kobold now looks like a little dragonborn girl. I don't know. She
Perfect.
like stuck the
Okay.
wig on it, and you're like, does it look good with the wig on? Do kobold
can I
like
make some adjustments to it? Maybe help them out.
do dragonborns even have hair? I don't know. What
Help
do
you out.
Can I
Can you
have
get help from me?
Raine help? Uh
I,
can she advise?
can she advise? Uh, let's see here. Roll me an intelligence or a history check, either or, to see about recalling information about like if you're planning on going with this route of a dragonborn.
Okay, Route of a Dragonborn with 16.
Have we
I
seen any
mean,
other dragonborns here in this town?
Apart from the butler guy?
Yeah.
apart from the butler guy, no.
Oh no.
But you kind of have a feeling that a dragonborn would be a hell of a lot more accepted than a kobold.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at him and stuff, you're like, yeah, this looks like such a scrawny looking dragonborn, though.
She,
That's you
what
know,
can I do?
and you're like, by the way, Ryan, dragonborns don't have any hair no matter what. They're bald. Ryan's
Yeah,
just
you did tell
trying
me to
whatever
put a wig on it. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan's just trying whatever he can to disguise this, and he's like, I don't know. It looks like a little lizard girl. That's about as good as I can do. I mean, I guess put a hood on it and make it look like a little creepy thing, but I mean, I don't know what I can do other than like if I had like magic to like disguise others or something.
I have magic.
Yeah, I have like all kinds of
Disguise
illusion
others.
spells, but they have a time limit. I want something that doesn't have a
Yeah,
time limit.
that's the issue too. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a time limit.
Oh, but that's myself. Not others.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, it's the best we can do.
Yeah, so you guys essentially have what is equivalent to a very scrawny looking.
My dragonborn is very sick.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we're going to have to tell her to pretend to be a dragonborn as part of
Okay.
her trial.
I can already tell based on our previous experience it's going to go very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you kind of have her dressed, she seems they seem very disoriented by like the shifting and stuff. And yeah, you're just like, yeah, I guess that's about right, and you're trying to, because like an adult dragonborn is like around 6 feet plus. So you're trying to pass off however old this kobold is essentially like a very young dragonborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked up a
And
child.
yeah. And they're, as you try to explain this to them, that you want them to act like a drink. Yeah, they kind of look at finding your voice and just kind of looking at you, just kind of like tilting the head to one side, just like what that.
Perfect. You're doing great.
Yeah, you just don't tell them that you're a kobold. You are, since you pledged to me, you are now a dragonborn. Okay? Since you pledged to me, you are now a dragonborn.
I try to remember.
Okay, that is your new title. You are dragonborn. Okay?
You are dragonborn.
All right.
You're just warping this kobold's mind.
Yeah.
Now, try to is what a kobold would say. Say it with conviction. You are a dragonborn.
That's right. Like my brother said.
I am dragonborn?
Yes. With pride. You are pledged to me. Say it with pride.
I am dragonborn?
Again.
I am dragonborn?
Yes.
Good.
Say it until you believe it. All right.
Yeah. As you kind of like go cram them in the backpack, they're sitting there like, I am dragonborn. I am dragonborn. Just kind of muddling to themselves until, you get them in the bag. They're kind of muddling that as they're kind of fiddling around with
shit.
with with whatever they're fiddling around in there with.
Can we just get a redo in this whole session, Hesper?
What do you mean a redo?
I feel like we royally fucked up.
Well,
Totally up to you.
We took some random little kobold and we're just like,
Hey, we can take this over the Fizzle Spark. Oh shit!
And now we're just like kind of brainwashing them.
yeah.
This isn't how I thought this would go.
This is Prime D&D trying to deal with issues that you come up with. Yeah,
I'm good with it. Let's just wing it. Let's just go with it.
Okay, as as it gets very close to the time for you to go pick up Remy and their guard outfit and such, you walk in through the front door of Hearthfire Design. I want to say that Dunsen is probably kind of propped up in a chair, kind of halfway leaning back. He seems to be like kind of bored and taking a nap.
And that's how they're gonna put microchips in us.
Okay. We'll do this as a roll of contested charisma checks here, Feugy. So I need you to roll me. We'll do one for every 15 minutes. So we need 4.
Yes, charisma.
Just flat charisma because we don't know exactly what you guys were talking about. So
I'm
we'll
gonna get hiccups. Oh god.
Okay. All right.
All right, so you started off strong and you ended kind of strong. That's okay. Oh
Okay.
man.
He seems to kind of halfway believe you, and you guys are getting along. You know, much like the awkward old guy and the little kid,
Oh wow.
or the young teenager, one of the two.
You guys are really getting along like peanut butter and funerals, huh?
Maybe a little bit better than that, but I mean,
Kind of like trying to be respectful, I guess, but it's awkward.
yeah. It's kind of a he's respecting your views, Feugy, and a couple of things, or Remy, and a couple of things. He's like, well, I guess that kind of does make sense, like one or two things, but for the most
Oh,
part,
it all makes sense if you think about it.
but for the most part, some of your stuff just kind of falls on deaf ears. As that 7 got actually really close to succeeding. If he didn't have a good enough a wisdom modifier, he would had he probably would have been a lot closer to actually, you know, maybe probably being in the realm of pseudo dad. But
All right, Remy, what are you telling to my friend?
The truth.
the truth. I mean, it's not much of an issue. I mean, it's just like kind of sitting here and listening to, that old guy who sits at the end of a corner babbling about random stuff.
Boomers. Is that the
Yeah,
kind of mentality?
I guess.
Even though Feugy's not a boomer.
Back when I was in Nam, yeah, Grandpa, I get it. I'm just joking. But anyways, um, as and he's like, well, I think that will do. I mean, unfortunately, like I said, trying to do it quickly and stuff. Granted, you being here makes it a lot easier, but at the same time, I mean, if I didn't feel like you guys were in such a rush, I could probably spend more time on it and get it making it look better. But at least it looks presentable, and it looks good. It's not like super pristine or anything like that, though.
I mean, he was
But
technically traveling, so.
yeah, so um, but like I said, it does look good. It does seem to fit Remy quite well. Um, as he's kind of Remy's kind of like turning around, kind of like a "what do you think" kind of
I remembered the
poses.
kid's name. I remembered it.
Oh,
Roldo, right?
right.
Roldo! Oh. Oh, Remy, you look so handsome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you did a really good job.
As you guys are, talking and such, after a while, all of a sudden from Rue's bag, um, you guys hear like a really loud exclamation. It's in Draconic, so you only hear it, Raine. You hear "I done," and all of a sudden, just your kobold buddy burst out of the backpack.
Perfect.
Roldo is, uh, you know, very shocked by this, and actually tumbles back a little bit, and he's just like, "Oh, what is that?"
Oh, this is our friend Sherby.
And by the way, as you're looking at her and looking at Schnurby and stuff, you notice on the dress that you put on him and stuff like that, there's now grease stains on it and stuff
Oh no.
Perfect.
already.
Yeah, I thought you guys were taking care of our new cult member here.
Yeah, our dragonborn child that we rescued has been busy playing with Roux's belongings and making trinkets.
It go boom. And draconic, by the way, so the rest of you don't hear this.
Okay.
And she holds aloft, or they hold aloft, in one hand.
Something that obviously looks like a grenade. Got it.
No, it's a crossbow bolt.
Oh, okay.
And at the end of it is a cylinder.
Oh,
Okay.
it's an explosive
Great.
crossbow bolt.
Very, very impressive. Put it away, please.
They just kind of slowly put it back down in the bag.
I'm gonna pat her head. Good job.
I do good. Dragon Lady happy.
Yes.
In between now and the last time we met Roldo, we befriended a very prolific inventor.
That's a child?
Mm-hmm. They're very smart for their age.
Yeah, she's kind of a prodigy. I was thinking, Roldo, you happen to need help around the shop?
He's like, well, I mean, after I get done today, I was planning on closing up and, taking under their idea of, the whole entire, mandatory mourning period that we're supposed to be doing. And I was probably just going to leave the shop closed until a week from now.
No, I mean like long term.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of have to figure out what I'm doing once things are settled here. I mean, I don't know. Do I, go back where my, folks are from and go see my, grandparents? Do I go out on my own? I don't know. I just have to figure it out. But I'm just doing this until, until they tell us we can leave.
So I know we've been joking around a bit, Roldo, but why don't you come back to Feldnitz with us once we leave?
Well, I mean, maybe I'll have to think about it. Granted, I mean, he kind of points over at Ryan, or not Ryan, at Remy, and he's like, how often do I have to listen to him about his things?
Not very often.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
thank
very
God.
often.
Thank God.
I certainly don't listen to him half the time.
Okay, well, that makes things a little bit better in that regard, but I don't know. It's just something I'd have to think about and decide, what's best. And if I do decide to leave here, what am I doing with, well, this and the home, and and unfortunately it takes time and it probably wouldn't be a quick process. But I mean, as things stand right now, I don't know what I'm doing, and because of that, I mean, long-term help, I don't really think I need anything. By the way,
Yeah, just wondering because we basically found this, she's kind of an orphan, and we're looking for kind of a forever home for her as well.
okay, let's see here. Yeah, I need Roux and anybody else who's close by Roux to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Am I close by
Okay.
Roux?
Oh, I meant perception, not persuasion. I am so sorry.
Okay.
I
Let's see
assume I
here.
rolled this too, right?
You're kind of talking to Roldo,
Oh,
so you're
okay.
kind
Yeah.
of anybody who's kind, they're if they're further back, kind of maybe near each other and stuff like that. Yeah, it takes a little while, but you're like Rue, you're like my bag feels a little weird. You kind of you kind of turn around, and you notice ever so slowly and as sneakily as she can, and as they can, you notice Schnurby kind of wandering towards like the more fine garments in this establishment.
Oh.
Can I snag her by the back of her shirt or whatever?
You can try.
I'm gonna try and snag her before she gets too far away.
Okay. Roll me
Sleight of hand?
athletics.
Wow, she's a strong baby.
Well, that's usually what you use for a grapple is athletics.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, is sneaking over there, you basically yeah, I'm gonna say let me roll let me roll that real quick. Oh yeah, okay. So not focusing too much on a possible new prize, you sneak up behind, you manage to get her without her paying any attention, and or grab and Schnurby and lift them up off the ground, and they start, they for a while there they still like seem to like be like stealthily trying to walk that way until they look down and they realize that they're off the ground, and they turn towards you and like just kind of like looking at you and like like very startled and kind of like giving you a look like I wasn't doing anything wrong.
Hmm.
Now
Yes.
listen, Schnurby. You've had to steal your way for a long time, but now, when you want something, you just have to pay for it. Now
But
watch. How much is that thing that Schnurby wants, Roldo?
oh, well, he wasn't paying attention to where she was going, so he has no idea what she was trying to get.
Hey Schnurby, do you like something in here? Something shiny?
And she, you say shiny, and just eyes light up, and it's like shiny, yes. But let's,
Uh
and turns towards Raine and starts speaking in Draconic again. She goes, "Must make," they go, "Must make horde for Dragon Lady."
Oh. Oh, well, we harmonized. That was cool.
So, I want you to hold off from making the horde for me, okay? You gotta learn some new skill sets, okay? Part of your trial. Skill sets is going to be making money by working hard, okay?
They, they hear certain words about that, and just looking at them, I mean, about as much as you can imagine that a kobold could pout. She looks like she's kind of pouting at you because of your terminology of words of working hard and stuff instead of scavenging and trying to take things that people hopefully would not notice go missing.
Yeah, you're going to have to learn to what's the word? Be helpful with others. And if there's people that I
Integrate
know
into society.
integrate into society as part of your trial, since you have pledged yourself to me, and I'm saying this in Draconic.
Yeah,
You
I
have
figured.
to learn, you have to learn a new way of living that involves you helping others with their needs. So if they need, like this young gentleman, this young boy, if he needs you to help him clean up, at the end, you'll get a reward. and that could be part of that cloth. Or you may have to help him multiple times to get that cloth. But you'll earn it instead of stealing it. I don't know if that goes over her head or not.
She seems to understand, and she rebuts with like, "But that's slow. Horde could be quicker."
But me and my dragon soul would be very happy if you went this route. It would make us very proud.
It seems to be kind of going against everything that they have ever been taught.
That is the life of a dragonborn.
Hey, Raine, can I give this a shot?
Sure.
Right, Ryan's philosophy is going to come into effect here. Listen, if people catch you stealing from them, they won't like you very much. And the thing is if you're a likable person, sometimes people just give you nice things.
That's true.
Give
I
shiny?
translate it. Even shinies.
see, they understand common. They just
Okay.
they know that you speak Draconic, so they speak to you in Draconic because that's more familiar
Comfortable,
and
yeah.
comfortable for them. Yeah, but they do speak Common, and they I mean, granted, speaking to them in Draconic is definitely especially one that you're trying to persuade, is definitely a lot more along the lines of helping in that terms, but
Yeah.
but they speak Common, and I mean, granted, it's kind of broken a little bit, but you get the idea across. Anyways, like I said, seem to kind of go against everything that they've ever been taught, but considering in their mind, Dragon Lady has told them this, and others that Dragon Lady respects has told them this, then this must be, equivalent to new way that they have to get used to. It eventually clicks. They're not overly thrilled about it, but it sounds like they'll do it.
Okay, good.
So,
Most of the
are you
time.
this thing's god now?
Apparently.
You kind of get the feeling, especially with earlier when they kind of like dropped to their knees and kind of revered you, and kind of the way that they kind of take everything that you're saying. You kind of get a sense that this thing sees you, especially since you were talking like about a dragon soul and stuff. Probably does see you as godlike.
Oh. I will totally not take advantage of that.
Yeah, we would never. Okay.
Never. I mean, we're taking advantage of it in like a positive way. So, yeah.
So, Waldo, do you have, I get close and whisper in his ear, something, shiny or glittery?
Well, I mean, other than money and, I mean, our finer garments, no, not really.
How do we word? Do we need to like huddle together to think of a way to convince him to have our little kobold stay with him for a little while?
Well,
At least during morning.
Well, I was gonna say, you do know that wherever when he gets done with here, you don't know how much longer he's gonna be here. He has to go home because he doesn't live here.
Oh, that's right, it's his shop.
This is my son, daughter, child.
Daughter?
Daughter.
What about your daughter? Bubba, you're not paying attention.
I am. I'm just saying, like, I will keep her.
So you want us to keep our little buddy in the bag, and then we just tell people that they're dragonborn?
Get in the bag. That's all I keep thinking of.
Okay,
That's
then.
what I want though. So.
Well then, is anyone unopposed to that?
This is a living nightmare, but you know this is Snurby's nightmare, and we're all living in it.
Yep. And I don't think this person's gonna this boy's gonna consider taking in our friend.
I just remembered this was all my idea. Here, Hesper, have another loaded bazooka.
What?
No, like me, basically trying to get Snurby up to the surface to hang out with Fizzlespark. That was my idea.
Oh.
This is all my fault.
I thought it was a group collective because I mean, remember Bubba's like, yeah, if this like creates division between
Fair.
Snurby and Zedu, then I'm for it. And
God.
this was kind of like a group collective, honestly. The trilogy, this is just like you all had shotguns.
And we just handed them to you.
Yep. One Snurby-sized shotgun.
Okay. So we got our uniform. Do we want to kind of check to see if all of our uniforms fit?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
Hey, Roldo, do you have a fitting room?
I mean, yeah, over there. As he kind of points, like I said, you can tell it is. It has the cloth draped in front of it and stuff. It's pulled off the one side. Currently in there, you looking at, or not, yeah, it's pulled to where you can look in there. Currently, if you look in there, it seems to be like Remy's pants and Remy's shirt and stuff are like just draped in there and they're like left on the floor and stuff like that. And then,
Is Remy already wearing his thing?
Remy's already wearing his uniform and stuff because he was told. Because remember, he was getting it tailored to fit him, and once he's done, he's like, "Hey,
Roldo basically just like made it around him."
Yeah, using him kind of, like, okay, put this on. Okay, go take this off. Bring it back. I need to fix this. Okay, go put this back on. Great. Now hem these up and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so me and what were you doing again?
I don't think it was you.
I don't get fitted. It's Raine and Roux. They should try on their uniforms. That's right.
Because you're gonna be the noble, right?
Yeah.
Or were we saying that? Yeah, you're gonna be the noble because you have the charisma for it.
Mm-hmm.
And Remy, Roux, and I were gonna be the guards. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's do that.
Okay, as you guys go and try them on. They fit okay. They could be better, but you kind of feel
tired.
You kind of also feel like you got to remember, you guys were talking. This is a minor noble family. They might not have very pristine looking guards and stuff either.
Right. I think we're good. I think it works.
Okay.
Like a little baggy here and there.
Yeah, I just don't want to get to a point where we're about to enact a mission and Remy's outfit is perfect and then it doesn't fit you two. I just didn't want to be in that situation.
Yeah. Looking at the two remaining ones, let's see here. Cados and Lani, just roll me a d20.
Okay. Let me get my thing here. Roll d20, right? / roll d20.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
9 and a 1.
Okay. Raine, you out of the outfits, the guard uniforms, you managed to get one that it's like more feminine cut, so it fits you better. Roux, yours was made more for a man, and you're like, this is too loose and this is too tight, and Doesn't
Can
I
I
have good
change my
news.
general body shape to fit into this uniform?
Yeah, I have good news. Roux is literally a shapeshifter.
Yeah, shoot. I think it takes her what, an hour to undo and an hour. So if you went through a long rest and you decided you wanted to change to kind of like a
Or
male version of,
masculine shape.
yeah, like if you wanted to change into a male version of what you were before, which is essentially somewhat of a clone of, maybe slightly different than Ryan, then you could.
Okay.
Because remember, your character basically looks like a copy of Ryan without the
But a
makeup
girl.
and stuff on. Yeah, without all of
Which
his
is
disguise
confusing.
on. Hmm. Yeah, it's very confusing on how feminine Ryan is in his disguise.
I'll be the opposite. I'll be like super rough and tumble. Makeup who?
Roguish.
I don't know her.
Grow beard.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow out my whiskers.
But yeah.
So, to be clear, we are enacting our plan prior to going back to the black market. So, that's right?
You guys, the wagon or the carriage or whatever you guys were gonna
Oh,
get.
we'll be like arriving outside somewhere, right?
Yeah, and you have to go meet them back at the black market.
Okay. I guess because we're not taking Schnurby on the mission. Like I'm drawing the line in the sand there. We are not taking them on the mission. Okay?
Okay, so could we have this boy
We need to figure
let,
out, I don't know if it means smuggling them back into the black market.
or could we ask him to just watch her for the evening?
That's up to you guys. What you guys want to
Let's
do?
ask him if he can watch her for the evening, and well, he'll be compensated for that.
Is this Roldo?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see how this could go wrong.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are asking if Roldo could keep this. You keep. Let's see here.
I mean, he's gonna be safe and sound in his house for a few days, and we can give him money to compensate for food and lodging. And
Yeah.
she
And
just needs to be somewhere
hardship.
safe. Yeah, she just needs somewhere safe, and he would be the safest person to take care of her right now.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check
Okay.
at disadvantage.
Shit. Alright, here you go. Here you go.
That's not bad.
Yeah, he's looking at you, looking over at Schnurby. He's like, yeah, I know you guys, and I know the story that you've told me about this Schnurby, I guess. And I mean, maybe if I knew them a little bit better, but I mean, this is kind of sudden and weird that you're dumping a child off on me. That lives in a backpack, and uh, I'm not really too fond of the idea.
Okay, that's fair.
He doesn't seem to be despite the what he would probably be compensated for. He doesn't feel like outweighs his, like, because he doesn't know anything about, could not, possibly could not be safe. He's not sure. Um, feels a little awkward and uncomfortable for him. Just, yeah, there's a couple of basically nuances going that
Mm-hmm.
are just not very great.
Okay.
And as you guys are talking, yeah, I'm gonna play Dunsen for a little bit, and Dunsen's like, if we really have to, if we, considering how strange things are up here, and depending on, hopefully, if they get through on that, maybe it'd be better if we stayed down in the black market tonight. And then while we're doing this, we just rent a room and lock Schnurby up in it.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a better idea. And we keep her busy with her building us stuff for us.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
I thought you were, Hesper, I thought where you were going with that is that we could lock her in a cell up here like a prisoner.
Oh, well, I mean,
keep her safe in jail.
I think with the way that things are going, Dunsen's, especially the way that Bubba made it sound, Dunsen's a little skeptical about what's going on currently with the guards.
Yeah.
Especially since he wasn't able to contact him when he normally knows that he would be, even under dire.
Yeah, and it seems like they're moving together as a unit. So it feels like he's being excluded.
Yeah, for one reason or another. So he's not quite sure on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have a good Dunsen accent.
Better than what mine would be. Okay, so we got the clothes. Are we just heading back?
Yeah.
That's completely and totally up to you guys.
Yeah, I think we should do that. And how and were we going to talk to? We needed to get in contact with our other person that was going to require a carriage for us.
That's in the black market, ain't it?
Yeah, that's Ruby Eyes. That's the one that you're talking about doing the job for.
Okay.
I had the idea last session, I think, of meeting up with Geralt and seeing if we could do some social engineering to get kind of a lay of the land of what's going on in there, so we have a better idea of what we're dealing with, like moving about in the center of town. I don't know if we still want to try to go through with that.
I don't know.
You guys.
Do we want to just abandon that given the state of things?
Yeah.
We're up here. Okay. All right. I can't think of anything else I want to do up here.
Okay.
I think a lot of our options have been kind of closed right now because of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. We need to put this little kobold somewhere safe and out of sight, and keep it busy.
Keep it busy.
Yeah.
Buy a treat and be like, if you're good, you get this.
Yeah. Well, if and then when. Yeah.
You could you could always, like, we take her back to the black market and reintroduce her to the clan and just be like, hey, sorry, you failed the Dragon Lady's trial.
No, we could still have use for her, just not so soon. Because this whole thing, like, what we could do, we could also do this, rather than fail, would be like, they were able to make us Big Bang bolts, and so they have been put up rank to Dragonborn, so she's higher rank than the leader, and then they have a go at it, a civil war.
Oh my god.
One kobold versus a whole clan. Yeah, let's see how that...
Well, I meant one leader versus the other member, and then they go into the battle of wits.
Yeah, they have a debate and an election, Hesper. That's how this works.
Okay, yeah,
Hesper's gonna lay down the law and be like, actually, this is how kobolds work.
Yeah.
There is actually a way that kobolds work, and I'm wondering.
It's incompatible with our idea.
Well, I'm wondering if I should have you guys roll an intelligence check to see if you can recall any.
Let's try to recall.
I was gonna say
Any-
that's not gonna work with us. We're a stupid party.
Let's see. Oops, I didn't mean to do a disadvantage. Yeah.
I just take the left number.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
actually a pretty sick intelligence roll for this group.
If anybody else wants to make a history check or whatever.
No, I don't, Hesper.
Intelligence or just history?
History.
Oh.
Absolutely nothing, Roux.
Ain't heard of you.
Big
You're like,
dumb over here.
I don't care about how, you might, you guys, kobolds might have been in the past or whatever. I know I have this one and I'm happy. Just kind of swinging around like a child with a doll. Since feet kind of flail back and forth as you do so.
I have this very cute pet raccoon that talks.
That speaks a language that I don't know what it is, but I love it. Anyways, Raine,
Like, I imagine most of her interactions with this thing has just been shiny thing, and like grabby hands. So.
kinda not. I mean, Schnurby's definitely been communicating a lot more with Raine.
Yeah.
Schnurby probably sees Lani, or not Lani, Roux, as maybe some kind of like basically this
carrier.
person. Yeah, basically like this servant of the dragon lady who is meant to tote around her favorite or something like that.
You are a mule. A pack
fine with
mule,
this.
Bubby.
Basically. As far as you guys can probably tell from just imagining probably what this going through this mind of Schnurby. I would say with a 17, kind of given clan mentality and stuff, you kind of feel like if somebody leaves the clan and tries coming back, they're more than likely have already been exiled from the clan.
Oh.
It's
And
been like a couple hours, Hesper.
that doesn't mean that they don't know where they didn't, as far as you can tell from what your dealings with Zedu and stuff, kobolds seem to be very clan oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of their trust network. They do, if you've watched, they do seem to get in squabbles. You're assuming they probably can get kind of violent. But generally you kind of feel like with more of this you kind of have an idea that they feel a little bit more primitive with their sociology and such, and kind of think of it as a kobold who leaves the clan kind of is just like, I'm gonna lone wolf it or whatever, and the others are like, well, you're exiled now.
Okay,
Which sometimes kind of happens, and usually sometimes when that kind of happens, you kind of have a feeling that others might follow that kobold and make another clan.
okay.
So that might be a possibility, but you're not entirely sure, and you're not entirely sure if another clan gets made, if they will kind of get into a basically a pissing match between each other on who controls what territory.
Yeah.
Now you're speaking Ryan's language.
What, starting the clan or a
No.
pissing territory?
That one.
Okay. Well, anyways. That's basically kind of what you can kind of glean, kind of just spending time with Snurby and kind of a few recallings, very, very scarce recallings of maybe reading something or hearing something about kobolds.
Okay.
So what I'm getting out of this is we ruined this poor kobold's life.
Yeah.
Got it.
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
If we can
I mean-
prove that
I mean,
they're
they seem to be quite happy in the service of their new deity, basically, from the sounds of it.
But we can't
Yeah.
take them anywhere.
But if we can like
You don't
vouch
know.
for them,
You don't know how they might deal in combat. They might be decent.
Yeah.
I mean, you watched you watched this kobold with nothing in their hands decide, oh, that's that gnome is dangerous, and try to defend their dragon lady by throwing a vial that they can get their hands on at, or
I just got the best idea.
oh,
What do you say I contact Des and ask her if she wants to play a trash child? I think
Yes!
she'll love it.
yes, do it.
Hesper and Lani knows Des is all over that.
Do it.
I'll ask her tonight after this if she's still up.
Yeah, that's completely and totally up to
Are
her.
you asking her right now?
No, I'm not asking her.
No, I heard like feverish typing.
Oh, no, I'm just writing little notes here.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, even if not, like I said, you don't really have an idea of what this creature's capable of in combat, and you do know that it is quite protective of its dragon lady.
Yes.
So probably more of the issue that you probably would run into is not, it being an issue if you get into a fight or something like that. It's more of an issue of an idea of how do we sneak around and this thing not cause issues.
Yeah. Worst case scenario is I cast invisible on her and tell her to hush, hush.
And silence and pass without trace and
Yeah.
I mean, you guys haven't really talked to Schnurby too much, other than knowing that they invent things. You haven't really talked to them too much to know what they do.
Yeah.
So you really don't know their capabilities. But anyways, I mean, if you guys want to roleplay this out and figure it out and stuff like that, we can.
Is this kind of getting late though?
Yeah, it's kind of getting
Well-
late. Do we want to come to a stopping point and then decide what's going on next week?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you guys wanted to head back to the black market area, or try to get somewhere that you might feel safer, or if you just want to end here for now. What's your plan?
I want to end here with the plan that we're going to go to the black market next session.
Yes. I agree.
Okay,
I feel like that would be helpful for you, Hesper.
that's fine. I didn't know exactly where you guys were planning on going with this and stuff, so I
Yeah.
just thought I would kind of map that out. Maybe Bubba might be able to put some more insight and stuff. I just kind of used Bubba's character to kind of give like a DM idea of, hey, you can lock her up in like a room or whatever
Yeah.
at the at the establishment there at the stone cutter in the black market.
Yeah.
I'll let you in on what I was thinking, that we could maybe squat over at the Blue Rose because it's apparently like boarded up and empty. Well, maybe empty, I don't know.
Well, it wasn't boarded up, and you guys, when you were there, saw lights
Yeah.
upstairs, but not downstairs.
Right.
So, And you saw kind of like a writing out on the front of it saying that due the
Mhm.
circumstances, establishments like this have been closed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other options I was looking into were Siren Song Tavern, of course, because we are friends with that lady. Have a good rapport, but
Yeah.
probably don't want to put that on her, and I don't think she has rooms in there. Like, she definitely doesn't have like in rooms, but
No, she probably had to throw it. If she's lucky, she might. If she's lucky where she's at, she might have a cellar
yeah.
or a back room, and you have no idea what. Just like throwing a raccoon into a random room, you have no idea what the hell they're going to do in there. You might come back and find like 3,000 gold's worth of damage due to
Yeah.
like breaking open caskets of wine or whatever. Or she, might be a perfect angel. Who knows?
Only the DM gods know.
Only RNGesus knows.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a good time to call it. We got a lot done.
Did we?
I think so in character development.
Yeah, it was definitely more character rather than getting stuff done. Yeah, you guys learned a lot about kobolds.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that.
It's sort of like that one person who gets like a puppy or a kitten and doesn't, has never raised one before, and it's like, I don't know what they do, and then it's all like, oh, this is a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we definitely added a fucking week on the Hesper's campaign. I don't know if this choice will add another month, another player character. Don't know.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Let us
Yeah.
know what Des says.
Yeah, I'll ask her right after this if she's still awake.
But yeah, yeah. I mean, you think feel free to think about asking if you want to ask Schnurvy what can they do and stuff like that other than invent stuff.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna call up the session here, and I'm gonna go ask about it because I know it's getting late. For
Sounds good. Good night.
good
Take care.
night.
Good.
Night, guys.